sound.
Grammarly works where you work. There's no more.
Live. YouTube is always hit and miss. Always hit and miss.
Consider this an invitation to my gangster nation.
Always something, you know? Always something. There we go. I think I figured it out what's going on. There we go. Now we're cooking. There we go. All right. We're cooking. Welcome, everybody. We're cooking. All right. We're live, baby. We are live on all streams, and now we can sync the audio, right? We sync the audio that way. How's everybody doing today? Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, and we're going to have my lovely co-host up here in just a moment. So let's send her an invite so that way we can talk to Jesse, because we just adore Jesse so much. So let's see here. No guests to invite. Here we go. Hi, Jesse. How are you? Welcome to the Ledger Lounge with Oz the Crypto Goat. And don't you just look stunning today? Is today Halloween?
Wait. Ah! Don't do that. No, I just did my hair. Oh, look it.
There's a... don't look now, but there's a ghost behind you. There's a hooded apparition hanging behind you. Chat,
no, it's...
Chat, there's a ghost standing behind Jesse.
Oh, they said the overlay. How do you make it into 2 parts, Oz? Because yours, you can't see your screen.
Oh, I know. I put you on as the main screen just to say hi.
Okay, hi.
I saw a ghost, Jesse.
No, it's my other business. I'm selling stuff, and it's actually doing really well. So, but I have to literally find things like at the thrift store. I like get 12 things for $30, and then I can turn around and sell it for about $200-300.
I think you have like a loud fan on or something.
All right, give me a minute.
Blowing into the mic. Do you have a fan on? Is that what it is? I have a fan on here, but I have noise canceling technology. We are living in the future, ladies and gentlemen. The future where I can have a fan blasting in the studio and you guys hear nothing. What a day and age we live in. There she is. Hi, Jessie. I'm gonna put Jessie on the screen because she's just so much better to look at than me. Hi, Jessie.
Is the sound better?
So much better. But there's still a ghost behind you.
It's a coat.
That is a ghost.
It's not a ghost. It is not a ghost.
I know a ghost when I see one, okay? Don't
yeah,
you lie
no.
to me.
I don't lie, and I guess from the back, I guess it looks a little cultish from the back.
It looks creepy. It
I had
looks
to take
like
pictures of it.
It looks like you wear that and you dance around a fire at night and say weird things.
Maybe I do. That's none of your business.
Yes. Yes. Everyone's trying to get into live right now. G-Rod, maybe later, right? But I'll tell you what, we have a great community on the Discord, and we are day trading together, ladies and gentlemen. And it's pretty sweet. We're printing money, baby. We are printing money. Even on the bad days, like, we're still doing all right. Like, we're making money still. Turn the guest request off. I did. I took care of it. Yeah, we're making money. TikTok seller, are we making money in there or what? It's awesome. Make sure you guys get in the TA class and join the Discord and print money with us, baby. What's up, Justin Kelly? How you doing, brother? We are just ecstatic. My question for you guys, chat, 100%, absolutely 100%. Yes, that. And if you were in the class, you'd know that is that's an inside joke. Oh man, we're having a good time. We are laughing and having a good time. I mean, I'm literally trading with you guys for like 6 hours straight. We're just day trading together all day long. And like, we're calling out bangers. I'm TAing it and we're just stacking chips. We are stacking our bags from alt season, baby. Oh, let's talk about this. Jesse, I had to save them from the Pudgy bull trap. Oh, no way. It was a bull trap.
I saw that.
The Pudgy bull trap. I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of those. It's been a lot of bull traps, but we're TAing so well that it doesn't matter. We just go to the next one and we make our money back. Hey, you guys want the real printer? It's at Oz the Crypto Goat. This guy don't run out of ink. Absolutely. We really don't. We really don't. They tried gaslighting me.
They really did try to gaslight us.
The chart wrong. Oh, my, that's so funny. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, TikTok seller, he is in the TA class, and he he's almost as good as me. I'm going to be out of a job here, ladies and gentlemen. He is so good. So good. I'm so proud of him.
Smart kid.
I was like, bro, I swear I'm looking at the damn chart. Nice. Good for you, brother. I'm so happy to see just how much you've advanced as a trader since being on this show. What's it been? How long have we been on the show here together, TikTok Seller? It's been like, what, 6 months? And I've been training you for TA for like 2 months.
It's been since January, though.
Yeah, it's been like 6 months.
We've been on a show since January.
Well, not really. We were on Mega Crypto show in January. We started in February. But we, as traders and in the TA class, TikTok Seller's been in there for 2 months. And my guy is killing it. Dude, I'm so proud of you, bro. So glad. The dude is a chart reading guru with a crystal ball. That's what he is. G-Rod says, join the Discord and pay for the TA class $100 per month and you will make it back in your first trade. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Everything that I offer you guys, it'll pay for itself, but you have to apply yourself. You know, if you're not applying yourself, then you're not going anywhere. G-Rod became a deluxe subscriber and was like messaging me, and we were working on coaching and stuff. And he was very much like, I need to get things going. Things are moving. I'm like, I understand, but it takes time to like learn this stuff. And so I was like, you need to invest in yourself and you need to invest in education. And so he got in the TA class. He hasn't even been in one class yet. And he's just in the group trading with us. And because we're there holding his hand and going along and teaching him as we go, and he will get all the classes. He's gonna get everything tonight, right? He's still trading and making money and paying for his classes now before he's even taken one class. And he's only gonna get better. That's what I'm saying, guys, is I can literally take you in under my wing, get in under my wing, and we start trading together. And you're basically we're all making the same trades together. We're group trading, and that way I can help guide you guys and keep you from making mistakes, because mistakes are made. We make bad calls and we learn from them, but I'm able to show you and explain to you what happened. You know, I'm able to show you like, hey, this is where we change our strategy. This is what we can do better. As long as you guys don't stay in the spa for 12 hours. Guys, G-Rod bought spa and I was in and out of this thing, right? I got in, I made a little bit of money and I got out, and my guy sat in there for 12 hours in spa, like just waiting for it to do something more. Yeah, he made money, but 12 hours stuck in a project where we traded 30 other trades by the time he got out of spa. So he's learning. Laura, how's it going?
Poor guy.
Glad to see you. Francesca says the spa for 12 hours. Yeah, the spa was a coin that he got into, and it's just this inside joke now. Guys, we're having so much fun in the Discord. I'm literally live there most of the time. I'm never here on TikTok anymore. We are in Discord like 24/7. Click the link in my bio, join the Discord, reach out to me if you want to join the TA class. If you're having second thoughts about the TA class and the group trading with us, just ask anyone that's in it what we're doing. And they're just going to be like, they'll try to shake you. Please listen to the man. He's trying to help you. I would love to join, but it's hard for me to trust anyone these days. Hey, don't trust me. Trust the chat. Random people from the internet have joined my group, and we are now trading together, and we are making money. That's the name of the game. I took hardcore XRP hodlers and turned them into advanced traders overnight. That's what we're doing. Alexa's in the class as well, and she's even been in some of our chats. We missed you, Alexa, by the way. Yes, Jesse is back. Jesse is also in the Discord when we do the group trading. We were hoping to have you there last night, Alexa, but we missed you. No problem. We'll catch you on the next one. But we want to open a good space for the ladies to come to. So if you're a lady in crypto and you want to join, we've got girls in the chat too, and we make sure that you guys have a chance to speak and learn and everything, right? We want to make sure that you feel comfortable. It is a bit of a boys club, but I want to move away from that. I want it to be a girls club, right? I want it to be whatever you girls want, and maybe you guys start your own tangent. Who knows, right? I don't know what you girls do when us guys are not around, but if that's something you want to do, we'll create a safe space for you guys. Yes, thank you, Oz. I learned a lot with your classes. Thank you, Alexa. I'm here to help. I'm here to teach. I want to see you succeed. Let me tell you something. I have nothing to gain from pumping the market. Okay? I don't hold crypto. I have a small bag of crypto that I trade. Most of everything I have is in defense stocks. Okay? And I live off the dividends. So I have no reason to lie to you about crypto. But when we swing trade, we're all doing it together. We're making the trades at the same time. I'm like, hey, I'm in this one. I'm out of this one. And we're all in it together. Swing trade, and we're swing trading, we're high frequency trading, we're long-term trading, we're doing everything all at once, and we're learning it all hands-on. And if you don't want to learn with real money, then that's cool. You can trade with fake paper money. G-Rod says we move candles. Absolutely. Our group chat, when we buy these things, we literally move candles. We create FOMO in the market because we're moving money. We literally do. Sell before G-Rod. Yes, dude. G-Rod is a freaking dude. G-Rod's a whale in the group, bro. Like, if you don't sell before G-Rod, the dude will create the most massive red candle you've ever seen. It's crazy. G-Rod starts the bump. I know, right? We get in and then G-Rod gets in and it creates FOMO in the market and everybody just freaking piles in. Big Baller's in there as well. He's putting in fat bags and we're all pulled together. So we're all trading and buying at the same time at the same price. And it creates a wave of FOMO into the market and everybody else just starts coming and we've got our finger on the sell button and then we're out. That's it. That's really all it is. We're a liquidity pool is what we're doing. And we're seeing the market move, but we're TAing it. And I'm calling the tops on these. I'm like, all right, it's done. It's cooked. Let's get out. Let's get to the next one. And then we do another one. We'll do 10, 15 of these in one night. Alexa says it's true. They have been getting in the God candles. Absolutely. Catching God candles. It is fabulous. Too much risk to lose all your money if someone sells before you. No.
That's true.
That is
true, though.
But we work together. We are a team, okay? We have a strategy set in place, and we all work together. Everyone tells each other. We are not working against each other.
Stay away from Wolfie or Wolfie or whatever you want to call it.
And we're going to get into that in just a minute. I will tell you right now, we are a small community, and we are helping each other trade. We are not using each other as exit liquidity. We are using FOMOers as exit liquidity. And we're talking about the market moves way beyond what we're buying at. Okay? We're calling God candles. We're creating a small little candle that in turn creates like a huge candle because of it. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Look at TikTok seller. It's calling out projects in the chat right now. That's how locked in we are. Oh, thank you very much, Francesca. Appreciate you. Francesca, thank you for the hand hearts and the hearts as well. Francesca, thank you for the heart me. Revolution, thank you for the 10 popular votes. AB Ryder, thank you for the heart me. Revolution, thank you for the heart me. Francesca with the hat and mustache. I actually have the hat here. I'm going to put the hat on later, ladies and gentlemen. I have the hat and mustache, but I have my headphones on. Look at, you don't even have to send the hat and mustache anymore, guys. You don't even have to send the hat and mustache. I am the hat and mustache, right? But if you guys are skeptical about the group trading, just get in the Discord and hang out with us, talk with us, see what we're doing, okay? And then the proof is in the pudding. You're going to see it. Everyone is just excited and making tons of money. The market moves sideways and we're making money. The market's going down and we're making money. The market's going up and we're freaking... the money is falling out of our pockets and we don't know what to do with it. Hi, Mother Dragons. How are you? I have to say, Mother Dragons, I hope you have your SXT bag. Mine is so packed right now. SXT is the most bullish chart I've seen in the market lately. We were talking about SXT today, and we were doing some calculations. And just based off of the people that are on Twitter talking about SXT, if they put in $1, it could send it could send the price to almost $1 just from the Twitter alone. And that's not Bitcoin dominance. We could see dollars on SXT this cycle. We were doing the math. Francesca, thank you for... Oh, that was for Revolution. Oh, Jellyfish for the Revolution.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Francesca, thank you for the 10 roses. Mother Dragons with the popular vote. Francesca with the TikToks, 10 TikToks. And 4 finger hearts. Thank you so much. Looks like we got some perfume from Francesca. And a donut. And a hat and mustache. Thank you very much. JFM, thank you very much as well. Let's see here. Send the hat and mustache, guys. Send the hat and mustache. Because I am the hat and mustache. SXT to dollars next cycle, not this one. No, Jason, we already did the math. We've been talking about this a few days. It could go to $1 this cycle. This cycle. And we did the math on how much liquidity it would take. And the people that follow it on Twitter... No, it's going to $1. It's definitely going to 50 cents. I will tell you that right now. It's going to 20 to 50 cents for sure in the next couple weeks. Like,
we don't know that.
I say within a month
we could get bad news.
Within a month or so.
We could get bad news.
No, dude, this thing is the most bullish chart I've ever seen. And it's starting to get sentiment on Twitter. It's just starting to get narrative, right?
But we also have to be realistic that bad news can always shift one way or another.
All right,
I know you're excited. I know you want this to happen. And you're probably correct, but let's not, elevate people's hopes too much.
All right. I don't want to shill. But I will tell you, out of every chart that I've seen, everything lines up. Everything lines up. The stars are aligned on this one. And you have an opportunity to get into it. It's going to go to 16 cents. So that's a given.
That's more realistic.
That's a given. Yeah. Like, that is happening 100%. I can put my bags on that right now. How do we know the Discord? I have never used Discord. So the Discord link is in my bio. I would definitely tell you to get locked in. Ada the Diamond. Oh yeah, Ada is going to be another gem. Ada is going to see an all-time high. I have reassessed my calculations, and I think we see all-time highs in a lot of projects, and I think that I have a new thesis. Jesse, have I told you about my thesis?
Yes.
Which one? Because I have a couple we're going to cover today.
PayPal.
That's a different thesis. That is
a
good
well,
one. We're
there's more than one.
Okay.
Okay.
I have
Look
so
at
many
P&G,
theses,
please.
chat. I have theses up the wazoo. Okay. I have been so plugged into crypto lately and deep diving. I have so much, just my brain is like filling with information.
Can you real quick look at P&G?
P&G?
Yeah.
Since it's for TikTok seller, I will. Otherwise, I would say...
That's why I said.
Because if you're in the TA class, okay, and you're making high frequency trades, I'm gonna look into it for you quick.
Yeah, Link is a good one. I have money in that one.
This is what I'm talking about, chat. We're getting in these trades like here and here, and then it's freaking sending. And these low cap coins, it does not need to move much. Okay? It does not need to move much. It's doing that sideways thing, but that doesn't mean that it's toast. I think its last high is probably it on this run. So it should probably come back up to retest 13. But the 1 minute still looks bullish. So it'll definitely come back up here and retest 13.8, and then that could be it, unless it's making a reversal, which it probably is because it's a double bottom, which is a reversal. So this thing could full send. It's very possible, and it's a descending broadening wedge here, which is bullish. I think this one takes off, baby. That looks bullish to me. Are you using leverage? I'm from Canada and leverage is restricted in my area. No leverage. We are using absolutely no leverage. Yeah, this thing should send up here, bro. I mean, 16.74. It could do that. It could also stop out here at 15, right? Thanks, Dev. You got it, bro. And we're working on a trading bot right now. So check it out. I got the paper right here. I met this guy at Rare Evo, and he makes trading bots. He codes trading bots. And he's going to code us a trading bot for our strategy so that it moves all of our money together at the same time, so nobody is stepping on anybody's toes, and it's just print, and it'll just be one after the other. And we can do like 15, 20 of these at one time. Simon, I will get to your TA in just a minute. So we want to talk about some things, right? With the show. So bear with me. If you're in the TA class, I'm going to do TA for you because I understand that you're doing high frequency trades and I got to get you in and out. So Simon, please bear with me. Let's talk about the big news today. All right. The big news. Trump spoke at the White House today after he gaslit us yesterday. Jesse, elaborate on what happened. What happened?
Okay, so we all got the notification that it was going to be, what was it, like 9 or something p.m. I don't know, that he was going to go live last night, and there was this, it was an urgent message, and then even the White House, you know, was like, oh, we'll be with you shortly, and even online, it was like, oh, you know, they're delayed, and then they're like, oh no, it's tomorrow. I'm like, no, you guys said it was tonight, and they just gaslit us like, oh, we never said that, and then they took it off the White House page, and they're like, if you're like waiting for a date and they never show up, like that's what it felt like. And then they were even an hour late today with a urgent message that ended up being a nothing burger, but like and nobody talked about it. Like, we were all waiting. All 6 of us, or how many, 8 of us were all hearing the same thing, yet nobody said anything about it. Like we all heard it, and then they just acted like it didn't happen.
All right, I think CTSI is cooked. We've seen this before. It shoots up, and then it shoots up again the next time. It goes about halfway. Same here. Up the next time about halfway. It's shot up here, and then it's kind of stopped out. Now, that doesn't mean that it doesn't kind of like create higher highs and higher lows and shoot up to something new.
You have to switch back. Switch back
Here, hold on. So
when you're showing a chart.
CTSI could continue, right? But what we've seen in the past is it shoots up like that, it wicks down, and then it retraces to the closing of the candle. So it shot up. Now it's retracing. If we put this in the 1 day, let's take a look. Hey, in the 1 day, though, it looks bullish as hell, right? It's creating higher highs. So there's no reason why over the next week, this thing's not up to 14 cents. In a week, this thing could be at 14 cents. It's a double bottom. All right. That's just in the hour that it's coming back down. But look at this. Chat. That's a double bottom. This thing's coming up to like 11 to 12 and a half cents. It looks good, Seamont. Looks good. I'd hold on to that one. That looks like a keeper. And it'll probably send past that. I think that it comes up here. Excuse me. 1480. 1480.
And just in case anyone missed the speech today, you didn't miss anything. All they're doing is moving Space Force to Alabama, and the whole "is he dead" thing was like a jokey kind of joke, but nothing really was answered. And then they had that picture of the window being open, and he goes, "Oh, that's AI. That's not real."
The windows don't open.
The windows don't open, but we all saw the videos of the window open. And so he's going to start, I think it's like a way to start messing with us that what we're seeing isn't real.
Honestly, I don't think he was lying. That seemed legitimate. And honestly, I know how it works.
Or they're messing with him. Or they're messing with him.
I think it's AI. Come on. There was so much AI crap floating around about him. Let's watch the video, chat.
President Trump, something completely different, but about a big viral social media trend over the weekend. How did you find out over the weekend that you were dead? You see that?
No.
People didn't see you for a couple days. 1.3 million user engagements as of Saturday morning about your demise.
Really? I didn't see that. You know, I have heard, it's sort of crazy, but last week I did numerous news conferences, all successful. They went very well, like this is going very well. And then I didn't do any for 2 days, and they said, there must be something wrong with him. Biden wouldn't do them for months. You wouldn't see him. And nobody ever said there was ever anything wrong with him, and we know he wasn't in the greatest of shape. No, I heard that.
Am I the only one who can't hear it?
Now, you knew I did an interview that lasted for about an hour and a half with somebody, and everybody saw that was on one of your competitors.
Okay.
I did numerous shows and also did a number of truths, long truths, and I think pretty poignant truths. No, I was very active over the weekend. They also knew I went out to visit some people at the club that I own, pretty nearby on the Potomac River. And no, I've been very active actually over the weekend. I didn't hear that one. That's pretty serious stuff.
I'm glad it's
well, it's fake news. You know, it's just it's so fake. That's why the media has so little credibility. I knew they were saying, like, is he okay? How's he feeling? What's wrong? I said, I just left. And it's also sort of a longer weekend, you know, it's Labor Day weekend. So I would say a lot of people, no, I was very active this Labor Day. I had heard that, but I didn't hear it to that extent. Go ahead, Peter.
So that was the big news. Trump is alive, ladies and gentlemen. Trump is alive. Do you believe it, Jesse, or is it a robot? We can't hear you. You're muted.
I think he's super sick, to be completely honest with you. But they're never going to tell us that. His eyes, I don't know if everyone was looking, they were like swollen and red. Like they had him covered. His hands stayed behind the podium as much as possible. I think he's, like we were saying, he either passed away and they're faking it, or he is really ill and they're trying to keep that as confidential as possible, because they have an agenda that they're using him to push.
Trump would say, "You're fake news." How do you respond to that?
I'm fake news?
Yeah.
He created fake news. How would he know?
I'll tell you this, though. Him being dead, it was a joke. We all knew he wasn't dead, but there was so much rumor and speculation roaming around. It was hard to decide what could be the case.
It was funny. No one actually believed that. If they will hide the Epstein stuff, they would hide deaths. Now that I believe too. But nobody was like serious. We were like joking around like, this guy goes on TV every day. Where has he been? And that's true. He's always got to be in front of the camera. So for him to step away that long and then schedule something he doesn't show up to, it's very suspicious.
It is suspicious.
He was just sad because I didn't like him. Good.
I'll tell you this. It was fishy how they gaslit us about
I know.
Coming. It's like, and we were expecting bad news, you know? And we actually did have bad news and they swept it under the rug. Let's read the bad news. U.S. military strikes drugs carrying boat from Venezuela, Rubio says. Do you know anything about this, Jesse? You want to elaborate on it before I read it?
I don't know if people saw. So the president finishes his speech, and immediately afterwards, Marco Rubio released I don't know if it was on Truth Social or X, Trump's the best president ever. Sure, bro. Okay, so he released a statement, and it said that they led military strikes against a cartel boat that was hauling drugs away from Venezuela to the Caribbean. And they just kind of let that out, like, oh yeah, and by the way, we did this anyways. And then they just kind of went on about their day. Like, he didn't really address it in his speech that he was talking about nonsense. But right afterwards, we found out that they were shooting down boats in the ocean.
Yeah. And I will tell you this, like, Trump does some good things. He does some bad things, right? But I'm not here to glaze Trump. Okay, what we're here to do is we're here to get the facts of what's going on, right? So the fact of the matter is that Trump was unseen. They gaslit us about the White House press briefing. And then when it all comes out, everything's like, oh, it's sunshine and rainbows, guys. Everything's great. And then literally right after that is this military strike on Venezuela boats, right? And no one's talking about this. No one's talking about the strike on the boats. Everyone's saying, oh, SpaceX is coming to wherever.
Space Force.
Space Force.
Don't get it wrong.
Sorry, Space Force. Excuse me. Got to get my facts
straight. It sounds funnier.
Yeah. Space Force, you know? That's the big news here, guys. Everybody, Space Force, that's the big news. Don't look at Venezuela. Okay, it's all Space Force. We're going to Mars. Okay, and we're going to mine the rare earth minerals, and we're going to send the AI. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. Everybody says so. They say Mars is the greatest planet of all time. I don't think so. They say it's the United States. The United States is the greatest planet of all time.
And really, the reason why they delayed it to today, because they knew they were going to strike them this morning, which is pretty much what happened. So it was like, okay, we can't do it tonight because people are going to know by tomorrow. So we better do that press conference tomorrow. And right before the press conference, let's get this out of the way. And then we can release that information afterwards and nobody's going to care.
Yeah, what they want is a fluff piece to cover up the real news because they're propping up the markets because I think that alt season is coming and they don't want to kill the bull run. Right? That's why they bring out the whole Wolfie coin right before he's supposed to make a briefing to create FOMO. And then he doesn't come out and they gaslight about it. So that brings the price back up a little bit, you know, and then they brush the Venezuela thing under the rug. Dude, let's bring up Wolfie coin. Okay. Look at this.
And no disrespect for you who bought it, knowing that this family rugs every single coin they have put out, that was a dangerous move. Like, you really risked a lot on a coin that every time they put one out, they rug it.
You know what's funny is, because of this, it came out and like people in the chat on Discord, they were like, I bought so much of this. I bought like 100 grand. I'm going to be able to quit my job and all this stuff. And I was like, bro, you're about to get rugged. This isn't the right chart. What is it? WLFI?
And it's like a meme coin with extra steps, but they won't let anyone call it a meme coin, but they can't call it a utility coin either. So they're like, I mean, it's in the middle. That's a meme coin with extra steps.
Is. If you bought Wilfie, this is you right now. Crying. Crying. Okay, here. I got an emoji for you. Here's your sign. That's you. All right. If you bought Wilfie coin, that's you. Literally, the moment this thing peaked, the Trumps unlocked 20% of the supply and dumped on you. Show them YZY. TikTok seller says, looks like spa. Dude, this guy is sitting in the spa right now. Just chilling in the spa. Waiting to get out. Guys, don't be like this guy, okay? For the love of God. How many of you here think that the Wilfie coin is the World Liberty Financial Institution coin? Do you guys really think that this is World Liberty Financial? This is not World Liberty Financial. World Liberty Financial is traded on the stock exchange. You meatheads. You guys will buy anything, I swear to God. This is traded on the stock exchange. It is not a crypto. It has to do with crypto, but it is not a crypto native token. This is a meme coin.
They're two different entities. That's what I'm saying. They're two totally different games, two totally different things.
And if you put in on Google, Wilfie crypto utility, is it a meme coin? Well, now if you ask it directly if it's a meme coin, or if you ask it what its utility is, it will give you, no, it's a utility coin. It will lie to you. If you ask it the right questions, it will say, well, it has elements and characteristics of a meme coin, such as the association with the political figures and high volatility. Wilfie has a governance utility that sets it apart from purely meme-based tokens. The coin was founded by Donald Trump and his family, with earlier marketing relying heavily on the political connection. However, the official Wilfie token for the World Liberty Financial ecosystem was designed with specific functions, okay? And basically its functions are governance, okay? It's Shiba Inu. This is the same coin as Shiba Inu. It's a meme coin, but the people that own it have voting rights to govern it, to vote on the direction that it goes. That is it. It's a freaking meme coin, ladies and gentlemen. You've all been played. Sorry, but there you go. You were better off riding that fake Wilfie that ran up for the last month prior to this release. Exactly. You got dumped on by Trump. Trump was holding most of the supply and dumped on you. I feel bad for you guys. How does it feel to be a regular, everyday working American and to get played by your country's president? How does it feel to believe in something because he told you to, and then he rugs you?
But can we be clear, because this was made, TikTok Silent made a really good point. Who do you think bought that coin? Because it wasn't us. We didn't buy it.
Yeah.
So who do you think bought it? And who's the one who really got hurt from buying that coin?
Trump
the
supporters.
People that follow him religiously.
Yep.
And this is like the fourth time they have rugged their own supporters.
How many
They all
times
came out with these meme coins, and they're just like, oh, and it's like misleading, like, oh, this is the future of, and then they're like, oh, we gotta buy it up, and then he rugs it, and he just keeps stealing and stealing, and it makes me sad because these people are I may not agree with them, but
his
they're
supporters,
hardworking
though?
Americans. Yeah, but they're hardworking Americans who are putting, hoping for a better future, hoping to be financially stable, and then he's like, gotcha. Like, just kidding. Like, you really thought I was giving you something. I don't know. And everyone just kind of like became okay with it. I honestly don't understand.
I don't either. But I get it at the same time. These people are about their money. They're about their pockets, right? And they will rug you. Every single one of these creators that tells you that something's going to the moon, they're selling their bags at the same time. So this is why you can trust me and Jesse. Jesse, do you got massive bags and anything? You got a couple coins, right?
No.
You got a few?
I have a few here and there, but most of my things are in stable coins because right now the market is so volatile. Even the stock market took a hit today after Trump spoke. And it was, I knew I didn't want to be part of that. So I've been keeping, the news hasn't been good. So I've just been keeping mostly in stable coins. Diehard people for Trump are blinded by him. And that's true. And I think most people who look up to somebody like that are blinded. Like, have you ever had
it's a cult.
Somebody have you ever been with? What is it called? Blind love for somebody, and everyone's
relationship.
like, right. And now they all have Stockholm syndrome, so like they can't rip away because they don't know how to have a personality now because this is their whole personality. So it's going to be an interesting world if he does leave it or moves on to do something else, because then what is their personality going to be?
Exactly. And also, I feel like the generation that supports Trump is very much like that boomer age, right? And they can't admit when they're wrong, right? So so no matter how many times they get hurt, they will cling to it because they cannot admit, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe this wasn't the best choice. Instead, they will get dumped on every single time. They will get rugged by Trump every single time he comes out with one of these coins. And they're getting smarter, okay? They literally, this time, instead of just putting out a Melania coin, they put out a World Liberty Financial coin. They're getting smarter at rugging you. And they're just lining their pockets. Ladies and gentlemen, the ship is sinking and they are stealing the silverware, okay? And you're over here fighting them over the silverware when you could literally be getting to the lifeboat. That's what I'm trying to do.
It doesn't matter what side it was on. I know people are like, oh, the Democrats are terrible. So are the Republicans. They're all terrible. Their agenda is to pack their bags and leave us all in the dust. If you believe the Republicans care about you or the Democrats, you are sadly mistaken, and we're all heading downhill no matter who was in power.
Laura says, but who was the best choice, and keeping Dems in America would have been finished. That's the problem.
That's what I was responding to.
That is the problem, is we are a two-party system and it's a uniparty and they're both playing each other. Both sides are playing each other and you are the pawn and you are getting sacrificed. The answer is to say no, we're not going to take it anymore, and start a new party that actually cares about the American people and doesn't just pretend like it, doesn't gaslight them. But it's true. Everything that we knew we were going to get from Trump, the Dems were right about, and everything we knew we were going to get from Kamala, the Republicans were right about. There's no mistaking it. It was completely shit. All of it was bad. There was no winner in this election, if you ask me. No matter
we all lost.
Yeah, we all lost. Everyone lost. So it's time that we, the American people, wake up and we elect somebody that's just a regular guy. So I say revolution for president 2028. I say Jesse for president.
And the realization
I'll be your VP.
Is that the problem is these old people need to go.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you are over the age of 60, you should not be able to have a seat in the Senate. And I know they're like, oh, well, that's ageism. Fine. But they
should have
need
to
to
do a
take
physical
a
then.
mental comprehensive testing every couple of months, all of them. Because these people are making laws for a future they're not going to live in. And this is Democrats and Republicans. This is going to affect us and our kids. Why do they get to make laws and they're not even going to be here?
Why do you think they'll never, get rid of Medicare? Because the old people are in control, right? And so they're like, they'll never do anything or touch that because those are the people that actually vote. And so they'll make, shitty laws in the government that doesn't matter as long as they keep their health care, because that's what the only thing that matters. Revolution. I think you should run for president.
No, I am too. People don't want the truth. They want the lies that make them feel better about themselves. And I don't try to be mean, and I don't try to be, negative, but people don't want the truth. They want the lie that makes them feel safe, and that's, both sides are like, oh, we're going to protect you and take away guns. No, they're not. That's not going to protect you. That's ridiculous. And then the other side is, oh, these tariffs are great for the economy. No, they're not. You're paying for them. They're not bringing back business. You are paying for the debt. It's all a scam.
Yeah.
And TikTok seller said they would fake those exams of being mentally competent. I mean,
100%.
It's a corrupt system. And we let it get worse and worse, and now we're paying the price. Well, we didn't let it get worse. The boomers let it get worse, and now all of us are paying the price for it, and that is insane to me.
Okay. We can
what?
cry and whine on TikTok about all the issues, right? We can cry and whine about it. How do we fix it? Let's start with Wilfie. How do we fix this problem? We pass legislation that keeps, the government and people affiliated with the government out of stocks and out of crypto. But the thing is Trump is saying, yeah, we're going to totally do that, right? We're going to do that, but not until I'm out of office.
Correct.
How crazy is that rhetoric?
Yeah.
That we'll do it, just not until I'm done.
Well, and not only that, when he first did it, the first two coins that came out, he got so much backlash for it, right? And then so he was like, I'll just use my kids. And so because in this, I don't know if you remember the first time his kids were more involved in the White House. This time they're on their own ventures. And he's like, I'll just have my kids do it. And then the kids came out with coins and they're rugging them too. They're meme coins that they're rugging. Like they find any rich people find loops for everything. And it's like, okay, so we're playing by rigged rules. I mean, you're right. We can whine and complain. How do we move forward? We need to get rid of the people, all of them, every single one of them.
All the people. Over. So we just unleash AI on the population and the death to humans?
No.
Because that's another part. Like.
No, I mean, like, we need to tear down the establishment, leave the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and start all over again.
Ooh,
I
just
want
all laws.
They need to go. They're all corrupt. They're in somebody's pocket. We need fresh people who have a future and are going to be in it.
I like that. I say we erase all laws except for the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the Constitution. We keep those three and everything else is out. And that's it. We don't need to write any other laws because those laws cover everything, right? And if a law needs to be changed, they amend the Constitution. They make a new Bill of Rights. And that's it. Nothing else. No executive orders, no unconstitutional edict. That's how we fix the problem. Is we go back, we take our sovereignty back as a nation, ladies and gentlemen. We learn the law and learn how to defend ourselves in court. so that way, when you are fighting this battle, you have the ability to stand up on the stand and defend yourself properly from the machine and explain to them that I am not your pawn. I am the living man, and I will not be trifled with because I am free. The Declaration of Independence is sovereignty. It's literally your individual sovereignty. It's your way of saying you have no authority over me, and if you think you do, come and find out. That's what the Declaration of Independence means. It means there is no king, therefore I am king. You need to learn to stand upon your heel and fight the good fight, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't learn and don't want to learn, don't want to take the time to educate yourselves, just like here in the market. You don't want to educate yourself in the market. What you want to do is you want to buy a lottery ticket and hope for the best. You don't want to do the hard work that it takes to actually be free. Well, guess what? If you're not willing to put in the work, you don't deserve the freedom, if you ask me. So educate yourselves. Start diving and digging. I mean, you're making the first step. You're here, right? You're literally here right now. This is the first step. And this is how big changes are made, guys. It's not with one big change. It's with one step at a time in the right direction. Put one foot in front of the other. Take the next step, okay? If you think that you're powerless right now and you have no say and you can't help anyone, take the first step, okay? Get involved, get educated in the markets, and become wealthy so that you can join their little group of buddies and you can take the system down from the inside. Don't let the money corrupt you, because I'll tell you what, 90% of you guys are, when you make your money, you're going to go buy a Lambo. Don't buy Lambos, buy land, bros. You get what I'm saying? Go buy land. Don't buy Lambos. Buy land, bros. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Bell made a good point. Bell, and I agree with this, there needs to be term limits, period. Because this people being, even with the Supreme Court,
Absolutely.
There needs to be, this should not be a lifetime, no. There needs to be term limits on all of it. Not, I mean, I don't understand how some positions are, some of these people have been in here decades. Like, that
It's
should
crazy.
not be allowed.
They're not even there. They're in like the nursing home and they're like, yeah, being spoon-fed fucking go-gurts. And they're not even showing up for their jobs and they're still collecting from us. We're still paying them.
Jay said crypto is pumping back up. Must be our great debate right now.
Absolutely. I'm telling you right now, this channel moves markets now. Obviously, we're moving small caps, but if you're in the Discord, we are literally moving markets. That's how big the Discord has grown and our trading community has grown. We are literally moving the markets and making the market do what we want it to do and making it work in our favor. We've literally taken what the big whales and the big institutions have done to the market, and we've created a small little bubble and a smaller version of that, and we're doing the same thing. Because I'll tell you what, the money just fits better in my pocket. So all the people that want to hodl and moon cheese, that's fine. I will put the money in my pocket. As long as Oz doesn't sell, we'll be good. Yeah. Honestly, dude, I've drained my bags, man. I'm stabled up, right? Actually, I'm in SXT, okay? But I'll tell you what, I'm not the majority in holder in SXT. That's Mother of Dragons, okay? When you see this thing rug, you'll know that Mother sold, all right? That is going to be the... You think this is a rug right here on the screen, chat? Wait till you see Mother of Dragons rug SXT. She better let us all know before she gets out. That is the scariest thing, to think that Mother of Dragons is the largest holder of SXT right now. Mother of Dragons, please be nice. Yeah, I know, right? Mother, if you're listening... Yeah. Okay. She is listening. Mother, please don't rug us. Okay.
We were literally talking about this last night. We're like, oh my gosh, if she sells, we are so done. We've got nothing.
Yeah. And oh, Mother, you got in the perfect price. I'm so glad that you bought when I told you to. And I will tell you this, Mother, you better hold on to that one. Okay. Now, I know I was telling you to trade before. That sentiment has changed. And that's what's beautiful about what we're doing on Discord with the TA classes. There's a time for trading. There's a time for selling. There's a time for hodling. Okay. She says, I'm holding, baby. Good. I will tell you when to get out so I can get out first.
Yeah, she can adopt
She's
all
been
of us.
adding and adding. She's still adding to it. Oh my God. Mother, you're retiring this year. Mother, you're retiring this year for sure. And I tell you what, I am not going to be caught as her exit liquidity. Hell no. It is going to be the nastiest red candle you've ever seen in crypto history when that young woman sells. Oh my word. Y'all better have your freaking hand on the sell trigger when she says she's ready to sell. Even the banks are going to be fooled. Oh, I agree. 100%. I'll tell you guys, get in the Discord community. Okay, we're doing so much more content there. I'm literally there live on calls for like 6, 8, 10 hours sometimes. Bellstar says maybe I'll leverage it. Oh my gosh. I don't leverage trade. I don't condone it. We don't do any leverage trading. I might even buy some more today. Oh, good for you. I bought some more today. I'll tell you what, it looks juicy. It might pull back a little bit one more time. I'll tell you this, if it does pull back maybe 10, 12%, that should be the last pullback it gets before it freaking just goes crazy. I have never seen a more bullish chart in crypto as of right now. Everything looks bullish, but not like SXT. Everything is just like, it's like mind blowing how crazy it is. Like we were talking about this in the Discord last night and I was just like, hey guys, I'm getting back into SXT. And they're like, how soon are we getting out? I was like, I'm not. I'm changing my strategy on it. I'm holding this thing. And I was showing them the chart and explaining to them everything because I'm teaching this stuff too, right? And I'm explaining everything that I'm seeing, and literally everyone was like, I'm buying it right now. I was like, me too. Like, I've never seen anything more bullish in crypto history. So, yeah, buckle up tight, guys. This is the big one. Are you buying the new IPO for September? Gemini IPO? Yeah, we're going to be doing that in Discord, by the way, because IPOs are a high frequency trade. Okay, they are a pump and dump, so we will be trading the Gemini IPO. So make sure you join the Discord if you're looking to do that. I'm going to call the top on this thing, and we're going to be out of it before we get creamed. Okay, so we're going to make money on this. That's what I started out doing in trading when I first started years ago. Since I was like 18 years old, I've been trading IPOs. And that's where I made most of my money, was with IPOs. But I had to learn over time, they are a pump and dump. It's basically a meme coin. It's a fundraiser, okay? So a lot of people, they buy into these things. They don't know. Retail gets into them. They run like crazy and they never take profits. And they get stuck holding it, and then it usually gets passed down to their family member, and then their family member ends up owning Microsoft or Coca-Cola or Starbucks, which is great. You're creating generational wealth, but it's not something you're ever going to see. You can literally get in on these IPOs, get your Class A shares in them, get out, let it drop to the bottom, and then move that entire bag in and have a more exponential value. And because you're holding one Class A stock, the rest of your Class A stocks will all be Class A for the rest of your life and for your children's lives. And that's the whole key of buying IPOs is you want Class A stocks because you are now a shareholder in the company. When you buy shares of a company, that's been around, like if I buy Lockheed Martin right now, I am not a shareholder in the company unless I purchase a Class A share, and they don't always offer them for sale, but they do in an IPO. So this is something that you want to be involved in. I want to own some Class A shares in Gemini for sure, but I also want to make sure that I secure my bag and I can grow that exponentially, because Gemini, I do believe, is going to be a massive project, and that will be generational wealth that I can pass on to my family. How about Kamala? What about Kamala? Tell me.
Klarna.
Klarna? I can't see, okay? I'm wearing sunglasses in a dark room. All right, chat, let me turn up the lights a little bit. Oh, yeah, I can see a little bit. Klarna. It sounds weird to me. What is Klarna? Is that a coin? Jay, if you were a subscriber, I'd probably be jumping on it right now. We'd be looking into it. But I decided no more free A, okay? You got to be at least engaged in the Discord to get free A, all right? No more free A. I'm tired of giving out TA to the community, and other creators are stealing my predictions and copying it and then calling me the copycat. So there will be no more free A. You will need to be engaged in the Discord so that I know who is watching the content and I know who's copycatting. So if you want your TA, you got to get in the Discord. No soup for you. Exactly. And all you guys, I want to give you free A. Okay? I just don't want to give it to these shiesty TikTok creators that are stealing my content and then calling me the thief. So I will be giving TA for you guys, but you're going to have to join in the Discord after the live. So after the live, we're going to be in there. We're going to be hanging out. So make sure you click the link in my bio, join the Discord, get in the TA class, become a deluxe subscriber, and message me directly, and I help coach you and guide your hand through crypto. But I'm telling you where it's at. You basically get the whole package with the TA class. When you get in the TA class and you're in it, you get access to on-demand TA. You can message me directly. You can talk to me on the phone. You can get coaching from me. You can get trading advice from me. You can get everything that you are looking for all in one place. And we're doing it on phone calls. We're doing it on live, and we're sharing it with the community. So it's not just one person that I'm giving this information to. I'm giving it to you all. So you're all learning everything all at once. Bellstar, thank you very much for the hand hearts. I'm gonna send
the one he's talking about.
Yeah.
Is seeking 14 billion valuation in upcoming IPO. That's why he brought it up.
Okay. An upcoming IPO. You know what, dude? What I would tell you to do is go in to the Discord and drop it in the chat. And the people in Discord are the real ones. They're the ones that are really engaged with this show. They're the ones that are actually trading with us. They're the ones I'm literally on the phone with for 12 hours sometimes while we're trading together. Because I'm a day trader too. So we're trading together. So like, if you drop that in there and you're in the circle with us and we're all trading this, you're going to get all that free A, man. You can get all the free A you want. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Glad to see you. All right, so let's talk, Jesse. How's my day going? My day's going great. I think Jesse's day is going better. She is in the red, right? How are your bags looking?
The red? Oh, I didn't touch them. Although I'm not happy about how the market went, but every time that dude talks, my bags look more sad, but that's why I have everything in stable coins, so I'm keeping myself safe until I know it's going to dip harder. Once more bad news comes out, I'll buy in then.
Where do we trade on? We trade on Discord. So click the Discord link in my bio. That's where we all trade together. And I'll tell you what, I took some major losses in the market because I wasn't paying attention, and things dipped, and I took some losses. You know what, chat? I made all those losses back and profit within 2 to 4 hours of trading with the class. And I'm already back in the green on a red day. While everybody else was in the red, we were in the green. So, you know, here's your sign, you know, to do something different. And you can still hodl your bags. You can still hold on to things, you know. Look at Josh. Like, Josh is hodling his bags, but you can also trade as well.
But you need to give them the full picture. You need to give them the full picture. They are literally breathing and eating, trading. They're not living a life. They're not even stopping to eat or take a drink. It is, if you do what they're doing, please expect to have a day where you can just completely devote to it, because there is no, oh, I'll come in for 5 minutes and leave. That's just not how that works. And it won't work. You have to
we're
stay
plugged in. We are locked
together.
in trading. Josh is being smart, and I did tell him that that was a good strategy to wait a little bit and then get out after the moon cycle, and that I did not blame him for that. Totally get it. But he is also locked in with us. There are people that are in this, and they're just sitting on the sideline watching what we're doing and absorbing the information. Those people are going to do really well because they're just learning first. Invest in yourself before you invest in the market. I get it. If you're skeptical, be skeptical, but see it happen in front of your two eyes, and then all of a sudden your mind opens and it breaks, and you realize, wow, what have I been doing this whole time? I've been buying lottery tickets.
Keep in mind, this isn't for everybody. I know sometimes, like, they are hyped up and they're excited and they're talking about it because it is exciting, but it's not going to be for everyone. They move at a very fast pace. So, but if that's something you're interested in, organized chaos, that you want to get into that Discord.
Yeah. And you know, another thing is if you're only got $100 in the market, this isn't for you. Okay. You need to have a good $1,000 swing bag. You need to have at least $1,000 to play with to make some money. I'm going to be honest with you. Not everybody can do this. I don't want to take your money from you if you've only got 50 to $100 in the market. Just leave it, okay? Hodling is your best chance, okay? You're buying a lottery ticket. But if you're an actual trader, you're an actual investor, and you've got serious money in the market, and you're seeing, you know, tens of thousands of dollars of losses and gains over the time, you could literally be turning that into hundreds of thousands of dollars in gains in days. Literally, I think Big Baller cleared $47,000 in 1 day of trading. In 1 day of trading in the group, the dude cleared $40,000. That's the kind of money we're making. And we're doing it every day. Some days we take losses, right? But we actually don't take losses. We recoup our losses that day. So it's really just breaking even. We either break even or make money. That's where we're at. Mother Dragon says, holy doly. Yeah, there is some serious money that we are making here. And it, you know, that's, you know, with a $10,000 bag. You have the potential to make 40, 50K off of a $10,000 bag, maybe a $20,000 swing bag. So if you've got $100,000 in the market, why not take a small percentage of it and do something and grow your bags exponentially? What size trades money wise are you guys using on average? Anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 is about where we're at. Some people are in for, like, you know, 2 or 3K. Some are in for 5K. Some are in for 10K. I'm only trading with 1,000. You know, I'm doing it with $1,000 bag, and my goal is to by the end of this cycle, turn that $1,000 into $100,000. Obviously, with more capital, you're going to make more gains. But also, you don't want to have too big of a bag and be too greedy, because then you have the potential of becoming the exit liquidity, where so much runs in that people actually jump out. So usually I'd say around, one to 10 grand is a good swing bag. It's the perfect amount.
It's also high volatility trading.
Yeah.
And
you're going to take losses,
clear,
but you're going to make those losses back.
But you need to, I get how you're selling it, and I get that it's worked for you guys, but it also hasn't in some cases. So just be
it's a numbers game
as possible.
We're playing averages here, right? So when we make a mistake, we just take a loss and we go to the next one. And if we take a loss again, we go to the next one. And we could take 5-10 losses in one day, and that one win makes it all back and then profit.
Yeah,
and we're having a good time.
I couldn't do it either.
Like, Jesse, you're in the chat with us. We're having a good time, right?
I'm just making sure that you guys don't get out of control. But yeah, I was listening last night, and it's just boom, 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 all over the place. And I'm like, wow, yeah, I don't have the energy or time for that. But it was cool listening to their process, because I was busy and I was just kind of listening in. And they're just, they're all working together, and it's very fast paced. Like, you got to keep up. You keep up, you get left behind. And it was nice to hear their what's the best way to say it? Yeah,
that's on a slow day, Jesse. That's not like on a good green day.
That's a slow day.
It's like we are pumping them out one after the other.
Some
God
of us
candle
don't
after
have
God
time
candle.
To spend 12 hours on a call. Like, we have to take care of kids and cook and clean and, run our other businesses. So not all of us can really make time for that. But, if it works for you, it works for you. What is life? Apparently, crypto.
And that's the thing. Mother have stuff to do. Yes, I know, Mother. And that's the thing is, if we're on Discord, you could literally take just a couple hours, and dedicate it and do well. There's still money to be made in a few hours time. Especially on like a day where it's moving, you could have 10 to 20 trades done within a matter of a couple hours. That's how high frequency we're trading. Where on Discord, you're going to click the link in my bio and go to the Discord, and in general, just type a message that you're looking to get into the TA class, and that's where we're doing all these trading. I would love to, but kids take my attention away. I get it. Hey, if you did it here and there too, it's not something. We're also doing swing trading in there as well. So if you're not looking to high frequency trade, we're swing trading where you can buy in and then come back and get out in a couple of weeks after you've made your money. So it doesn't necessarily have to be high frequency. We do swing trading as well. We do long-term trading as well. There's something for everybody. I will tell you that for sure. But what I would say is get in there and learn, educate yourself.
Oh yeah, we troll Josh on a daily basis. It makes me feel better.
Yeah, so the group trading is only for the people that are in the TA class. And I have a set schedule for the TA class. We do a 1-hour class once a week every Sunday, but we're trading together. Even when I'm not there, these guys are savages. They are trading 24 hours a day around the clock. There was someone in there hunting and sniffing out a coin at any given moment. That just sold me. We control people. I'm in. Oh my gosh. AB, you are so bad.
It's a lot of fun. It really is.
Simont says, I'm hoping to retire by 2030 if you keep TAing like you have been. I'm glad that I can help you, buddy.
That's so sweet.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I am here to retire people. That is my goal out of all this. My goal is to retire an army of people that have nothing to do but sit on TikTok and trade with me and hang out. That's my goal, right? All right, sign me up. I thought your TA class was just teaching beginner basic stuff. No, bro, dude, we're on a whole nother level. And I will tell you this right now, the TA class is more than, it starts with beginner and gets more advanced. And now that everyone that's in the TA class has moved into the advanced stuff, like, bro, we are doing crazy high frequency trading on another level. Pro status. And we're working on getting a bot developed for us with our strategy. And that way we can just sit back in the jacuzzi. We'll sit in the spa, hang out while the chat bot does everything. Oh, Mother, thank you for the hat and mustache. Appreciate you.
You know what I've been doing since the Space Force thing came out? So I was trolling on X because people think it's news. So anytime I saw Space Force, I would, in the comments, hashtag space and time on purpose.
Nice. That's
because
good.
People are dumb and they're like, oh, this must be something. If it's space and time, it looks like Space Force. And so I was just, and I'm probably going to do more of it later because it was just funny to me. And then people are like liking the comment. I was like, they have no idea.
And you know what's great
and so maybe it'll stick in their head or something. And
you're not even like doing it maliciously like most creators would to like use them as exit liquidity. We're literally turning them on to the most bullish chart in the crypto market right now. You know, so that we're helping people. So that's where it's at.
I appreciate the utility of this coin. But I just thought it was funny because I was like, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm not like trying to take advantage of anybody. I just think it's funny because I wanted to see, like, it was a scientific experiment. If you put something underneath, but all they're correlating is the space in that word, they're like, oh, space and time, that must have something to do with Space Force and their timing of doing something. And I'm like, this might work. And it did work. I'm going to try that in other platforms and see if people do the same thing.
I think that's an amazing thing. And we're helping people by doing it.
Absolutely. Like, I might take profits from my SXT, but I will never sell it. That's just not going to happen. I think that it has long-term capabilities. And I think at some point the military will adopt it. But, you know, I'm not going to shill any coin, but I just wanted to see, like, if there's other coin, like other things that they say in speeches and stuff, if you can find it on the exchange and you hashtag it, are people going to be drawn to that specific coin, not because of what it stands for, but because they saw it?
The duo in crypto, Oz and Jesse. Thank you so much. All right. So
thank you, Mother and AB.
Let's take a little segue here and let's go down the rabbit hole, Jesse. All right.
Oh boy.
Let's talk about mass adoption. Guys, chat. Put a W in the chat if you think that mass adoption is coming soon or in the near future. Help me out, chat. Put a W in the chat if you think
Josh.
that's... Josh is here. What's up, Josh? Josh is in the TA class. Josh is doing the high-frequency trading with us.
Every time we say his name, he pops up. Every single time.
Speak of the devil, and he will present himself. W's in the chat, guys. If you think that adoption is coming now, soon, or in the near future, or in the late future at some point.
Okay.
Bellstar says 2 to 4 years.
Okay. You said W. You need to ask them for the time frame.
Oh. Yeah, tell me, how long do you think it's going to take for mass adoption? Okay? Or any adoption, maybe just institutional adoption, any sort of adoption. Chat, tell me, what time frame do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be 1 year, 2 year, 4 years, 15 years, 25 years, 100 years? What do you think? There seems to be a consensus around 2 to 4 years. Jay says 15 years. Josh says 1 to 3. Justin Kelly says 3 to 4. Bellstar says 2.
100 years. Shut it.
Jay says, I love Jay. Jay, I absolutely love you, bro. Like, get in the Discord, bro. You get... You get to hang out with us, man.
What was the question?
Okay. What is the question? The question is, how long do you think until adoption comes? Significant growth next year, in my words. Yeah, we got to get Jay. Jay, dude, jump in the Discord, bro. We're going to add you into the calls, bro. You're too awesome to not be in there with us. We're going to get you in there. You can at least watch us trade for a couple times and see how you like it. Because, dude, I just love you in the chat so much. You're so on point that I have to. You're hilarious, man. Because we're literally in there just laughing the entire time and just having fun hanging out, and we're making money. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen anyone create in crypto. I have to say. 100% add Jay. I know, right? So Jay, hit me up in Discord, bro. We'll get you in there for a little free session. Because that is just straight comedy, bro. You're gonna love it with us. All right. So the reason why I ask, Oz, what's your definition of mass adoption? My definition of adoption is people using digital currency without them even knowing it. They don't even know that they're using it and transacting it. That's adoption, right? Adoption is institutions are using it. Everyday people are using it, right? And maybe not even institutions, just everyday people are transacting with digital currency without even knowing it. That's what I believe adoption is, okay? Chat. I realized something. I had an epiphany. By the way, welcome back to the show, Jesse. This is what made me realize it. So I sent Jesse the money to come back on the show, right? And Jesse says, hey, how are you sending the money, right? And I said, how do you want it? She said, can you just send it to me on PayPal? And I said, sure. And so I send her the money, and PayPal says, here, click this button. I put in her email, whatever. And then it says, do you want to transact 0 fees and instantly sends the money? I said, sure. I want her to get the money right now, and I want it to cost me nothing. I click a button, boom. Instantaneously, faster than the XRPL, Jesse got her money. And that's when I realized people are already using digital currency right now and they don't even know it. Adoption has already happened. And there was no need for any stablecoin. There was no need for any native token. There was no need for any blockchain. It just happened. That's when I realized adoption is already here and crypto is a Ponzi scheme.
Okay, be careful. That's not necessarily what we're saying. We're saying
right,
that
I'm being hyperbolic, okay?
Okay, what we're saying is that if we have the technology now to send from bank to bank, that the technology that's slow in crypto now will speed up and be more likely to be as instantaneous as it is now. But you know, we do. But the problem with mass adoption, when people say it, they mean like first world, you know, the main big countries. Mass adoption means everybody. And so for the people who said 15 years or more, 15 to 30 years, that is probably more likely for mass adoption for everybody to have access.
Right, the boomers are still writing checks.
Right. Yes, in other places that still write checks, but we write checks. But in places like Australia, America, the UK, China, and even Russia's just a little bit behind, and Japan, they will be the first ones to go into the adoption phase and, you know, and and making it faster.
People will
It
go
took
into
only
this
10
kicking and
years to go
screaming,
from my horse.
right?
That's true.
People
It
are
took only
going to
10
not
years.
want it. There are many religious people that think this is the mark of the beast, and maybe it is, maybe it's not. But there are many people that will not do this and not onboard into it. So that generation will have to pass for mass adoption, okay? But really, in my opinion, adoption is when people are using it and they don't even realize they are. And that's what PayPal is. That's what Venmo is. That's what Cash App is. We're already using this technology, guys. So do we really need a native token? Do we
Not
really need
necessarily.
a stable coin? Do we really need a blockchain? No. The answer to that is no, we don't.
Okay, so Fredrum, I get what you're saying. It took only 10 years to go from horse to buggy. Here's the problem. And to automobiles. When it comes to money, there's a huge gap from gold to paper to card. Because money is just a whole different ballgame, and it's one of the most protected things and overthought things when there comes to regulation to it. And JFM, we've been using it for a while on Rebits, and people not even know. Yeah, we use it every day. But it seems to be like crypto's the new idea, and when you realize it, do you not get direct deposit? You know,
right.
Do you not, can you Zelle somebody money or split a bill?
And how long does it take for that transaction? If
And
the
it's
liquidity is in PayPal, it transacts instantly.
But that doesn't mean crypto doesn't have a future. If they get rid of all those other options, crypto will be your only option.
I think
that's where it's all headed.
I think these techs either buy out those companies or those companies buy out this tech. That's what I think.
Well, you saw the Visa and MasterCard go in front of Congress, and how they have made 60% in profits for the past couple years. And those places have everything to gain to either sell or buy it all up so that people don't switch to cryptocurrency.
So Fredrum just put in the chat, fiat currency is issued by governments. We see it doesn't work. And that is a great segue into my next thesis, okay? And I said this the other day on Cosmic Cryptos Live, and he was like, you should write it down. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to vocalize it, and it will live on the internet, okay? And my thesis is this. Do we move away from PayPal and all these other different things? Do we move away from the SWIFT banking system? Do we move away from fiat-backed currency? Yes, I do believe so. And I do believe that the transition is the transition from fiat-backed currency to RWA-backed currency, okay? Which is like gold and silver, right? Which is an RWA. It's a real-world asset, okay? But I think that the currency will be the tokenization of every real-world asset, such as gold, such as real estate, such as your car, such as a solar farm, such as a cement factory or plant, right? These are all assets. And I believe that all the currency will be backed by real world assets. So let me tell you something, chat. When we buy into the market, we're buying these assets, these tokens, because our fiat is basically losing value every day, correct? That's why we're investing into the stock market. That's why we're investing into crypto. We need a place to put our fiat money because the fiat is losing value. All right. But if we are putting our fiat into a fiat-backed crypto, that means that that crypto is backed by fiat. Therefore, in order to realize its value, we have to cash it out into fiat again in order to spend it, or we transact with it, and therefore it's still backed by fiat, correct? So the issue lies is that, yes, the crypto that you're holding will gain value over time, but because it's still backed by fiat, it's only retaining value, not gaining value. That is the issue here, is we are only retaining our current value and not growing in value. Whereas when we are invested into something that is a real world asset, and we have a real world asset backed currency, like an RWA, now we are investing our fiat into something that is not just growing over time, but is gaining value over time. So the difference is it's not backed by fiat, it's backed by an asset that no matter how high inflation goes up, the value is going up. The more inflation we get, the more an RWA's value grows. So I believe that real world assets are the actual adoption, the actual thing that we are moving towards. We do not want fiat backed cryptocurrencies because they're still backed by fiat. We want a way to exchange our fiat into a real world asset. That's the whole goal, right? Because the real world asset is going to compound growth over time instead of basically retain value. So I believe that the future of adoption lies within real world assets. What are your opinions, Jesse? You're muted.
I don't think it's that simple. You know, everything takes a while to catch up with each other. Crypto, I know you guys are like, oh, it's been around forever, I've been in it forever. Most people don't know what you're talking about. So this whole adoption thing, I think it's going to be, you're like, oh, well, we have that technology now. Okay, fine. But how do I say this? The stock market still exists, right? Like it's pretty much fake money put into fake money, backed by fake money, right? That's what the stock market is. So what they're just doing is, instead of having a stock market, the stock market would be crypto. So they're just, and that's just as volatile. So they're moving one volatile market to a currency that is digital instead of paperback. It's all the same thing.
I think once all the assets are tokenized, it becomes less volatile. So,
and also, but I think it's all trying to replace the stock market. That's the whole point.
I mean, yeah, so they're talking about, tokenizing the stock market, right? But what I'm talking about is that's another fiat-backed asset, okay? What I'm talking about is buying a token that is backed by real estate, backed by something that's real and tangible. Prove it?
Okay.
The blockchain.
Okay. No.
The blockchain is the proof.
Show me the land.
The land exists because it can be tracked on the blockchain. Just like the bees hive thing, you can track on the blockchain where you got your honey from, what farm it came from, because it's all logged and all the information is trackable on the blockchain. So that's the idea, is if you put real estate on the stock market and not on the blockchain, you can't track what exact real estate you own, right? But with the blockchain, you can actually know what it is you own and what you're holding.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. It's a figment of your imagination. Okay, how do I explain this? And I'm not trying to be mean, and I totally get what you're saying. And that would be, in a perfect world, amazing. But you have no idea if that's true. They're telling you it's true. They might even give you a fun fake paper trail. I have a bridge you might want to buy, and that's what it sounds like. And that's the problem is that there is nothing tangible. The crypto market could be just everyone get into it, and then guess what? It doesn't work anymore. But the problem is, like, when you say real estate and land and that this coin represents it, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There's not enough land to sell these coins. And there's so many coins that are real estate, there's not enough land to cover it.
That's where
That doesn't
I
make
think
any sense.
that they buy it out, right? So it'll become more conglomerated, and everything will consolidate down, and there will be big players, and it won't be decentralized like it is now. But you have to understand that crypto is also fractional. So you can own a fraction of a Bitcoin, just like you can own a fraction of a real estate. And I believe what will happen is with real estate in particular, the deed will be created into an NFT, and then the NFT will be fractionalized and tokenized. So one person will actually own the NFT, and then they will tokenize and fraction the NFT deed. So people own a portion of the deed, and as the deed gains value, so does the token. That's what I'm saying.
Do you that I don't I this is a hard conversation because an NF that's your NFT. Okay. All right. I kind of understand what you mean by that. That's still not land. That's still not real estate. You're buying a bag of, what is it? A figment of your imagination.
Right,
but and that's not real. That's not real. And then owning a deed to something that's not real, it's a deed to nothing, meaning your money that you put in it doesn't mean anything. Am I missing something?
Yeah, so let's take land, for instance, right? So you buy land, okay, I own the land. It's my land, I own the deed, the paper deed, the legitimate thing.
Now, you can live on it, right? It's a land you can live on.
You can live on it. I'm living on it right now, okay? I have this land, and what I want to do is I want to grow value in the land as the land grows value. Okay. So as the land appreciates in value, I need to farm this land. I need equipment for this land to build, to put a fence up, to do different things. It's just like a company IPOing a company, right? So the company owns that company, but what they do is they offer shares that you can own in the company and become a shareholder. Therefore, when you are a shareholder, you own rights to vote in the direction of the company and so on and so forth. You do not own the whole company, but you own a portion and you have a say and you own a value of that company. So with real estate, I own the land. I hold the deed in my hand. It is a real thing. What I want to do is I want to put up a fence and I want to grow cattle, but I don't have the capital to do so. So what I will do is, instead of taking a loan against my property, what I will do is I will tokenize my property. I will put my deed I'll put my deed into an NFT and then create a fungible token based off of my deed that is an NFT, a non-fungible token, and allow people to purchase tokens in order to fund. Therefore, I sell portions of my deed to them. They buy it. I take that money and I put up my fence and I get my cattle and I start making money from my cattle and having my fence, right? And I'm putting that money in my pocket. Well, the land and the deed are appreciating in value. So the value is going up. Well, one day I decide I want to sell my land. Well, somebody owns a portion of my NFT deed. So when I sell the deed, a smart contract is enacted and they get a portion of the profits from selling the land. That is my speculation. I think that it's something that could work. Obviously, this is all speculation, right? But I think that this is the direction that they're headed.
Okay, I'm trying.
Don't be a chicken, Jesse. Don't be scared.
I'm not.
Don't be chicken.
I was warned before to use child-friendly verbiage. Okay. So, what you're telling me is that you want to lose a little bit of rights to your land each and every time. And at some point, you'll lose control of how many tokens are sold. Okay, because once you put that up there, and if somebody has that share, they can divide it because it's their share. They can do whatever they want with it. You only can control yours. And so my problem is that you're willing to sacrifice your own land to get a fence that's no longer just your land, to get cattle that's no longer just your land. And the more the shares or coins get divided over and over and over, not only will you depreciate in value, that when you go to sell, it makes no difference. You started this, and now you have nothing to show for it. Not one thing.
Well,
all you did was partial your land, sell it out, thinking you were going to make a quick buck, and guess what? You got nothing.
Well, here's the thing: is this is already happening. Okay, so farmers are taking out loans and they're subsidized by the government already because it's too expensive to grow corn. It's too impossible, right? So they need the government's help.
And they can't even feed themselves.
Right. So it is a problem. I get what you're saying, but I think that this is where it's like, okay, I can't really get a loan. I'm tapped out. This is another resource I have. Otherwise, I lose my farm altogether. But even though the land is fractionalized out, when you decide to sell, maybe you make less. You have now turned your land into a business that has created hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue, producing cattle and milk and whatnot, and is also appreciated in value because you've added a fence and you've added different things. So you are collecting the money from growing the cattle the entire time. And that's where you're getting more from it. But I'm not saying that an individual with their farm, losing their farm, I'm thinking of this as more of a business aspect. Okay. I have my land that I live on, and then I have 20 other properties that I need to rent out or turn into a farm. But I would have to sell property in order to make that happen. This way, I can take my investment properties, tokenize them, and basically remodel them, rent them out, do whatever it needs to be, and have the business grow without having to take a loan out on it. It's basically sharing it with the community. Right? So let's say that you live in an apartment, okay, and you can't afford to buy a farm, but you really like what these farmers are doing and you love bees, and I want to help the bees. So what I want to do is I want to help these bee farmers that are going to go under, and I want to make sure that they have their funding to continue to keep the bees alive. So I am going to buy a portion of these beehive farms, and I own a portion of it. I'm going to make some money off of it, and I'm going to help the world because we will have more bees. That's what I'm saying. It gives a person who has no resources to bee farm.
Okay. Yes, bees are important. Nobody's saying that they're not. Okay. I absolutely agree. Agriculture is important. Our farmers are not loved enough or paid enough for all their hard work. But, oh no, I love hugging trees. I don't like people, so I'd rather hug a tree.
I would hug a tree all day long.
I know why you use the bees, because it's rage bait. I get that. People love bees. I know exactly why you picked that. I'm not dumb. So I get why you use that. But it's still, okay, you watched what I watched, what the White House said about regulating the regulating. They want to know, and they're going to implement this, that any coin or anything you buy, the government will know. It will be sent right to them. So this idea of, oh, I'm going to have all these land tokens, well, the government can come in at any time and be like, you don't deserve any of this. We're taking all the coins.
They're doing that anyway. And of course, it's going to be control.
Of course there's going to be control, but what I'm saying if you own it all by yourself and you don't have to share it, that's yours. But the more people you add, it doesn't make any sense to me why you would want to split that control. It's like, why do 20 people own one pencil?
Because
that doesn't make sense.
Jesse, if I am going to lose my land because I own back taxes, somebody can come in and pay my back taxes and take my land out from underneath me. But if I have an opportunity to finance myself without a bank, without an approval.
Oh, I know. He's rage baiting me.
Then I have the opportunity to save my farm. That's what I'm saying is it gives power to the person. Obviously, the end result of all this digital currency and everything will become control. Okay? We know that. But what we're doing is we're speculating on how can we retain our value over time. So
okay, this is gonna be, yeah, me too, Jay. This is where I'm gonna leave it because we're not gonna agree because we see things from a very different perspectives. We come from different backgrounds.
I love Jay,
but all this sounds to me. I know Jay's great. All this sounds to me is like communism with extra steps, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, that's the direction they're headed. That's what they want. They want you to own nothing and be happy. And I think that's the goal. You're going to own nothing. You're going to be happy.
AB, I know. I love the bees. He said that on purpose so that people would be upset.
Yes. We can't survive without bees. Look, it's literally a real thing, chat. Scan this QR code. Okay. And check it out. This is tokenized.
See, it was all a plot.
This is tokenized bees. Let me turn the focus on here. Okay. Scan this. I'll leave it up there for a second.
I know. We love TikTok.
Scan it, chat. This is blockchain beehives. Okay. And you can purchase honey from apiarists. And you know exactly where your honey came from because it's all tracked on the blockchain. Okay, it's called Bees Hive. Let me show you it right here. This is it right here. This is a real world asset. It's honey. It's bees. It's a farm. It's a real thing that you can own a portion of. I think that that's the future. I think that not only is it going to help farmers in the short term, right? Eventually it becomes a mechanism of control. Everything will become a mechanism of control. That's what all this is. What I'm speculating is, how does the technology move forward? What are the next steps that they're going to make? How are they going to sell it to the individual? They're going to sell it because the bees, you have to save the bees. Right? If we don't help the bees, who will help us? We all die without bees. This is why people will come running and saying, take my money, and allowing the system that will end up putting them in the pod, and they will be eating the bugs, not the bees. Right? You'll be eating crickets in a tube. And you'll be sitting in your little pod.
That's what you're advocating for. The thing that you are talking against, that you have been telling people to stay away from, is the exact thing right now you are telling them to dive deep into.
I'm not advocating. What I'm saying is we've got one last opportunity. I think before
we gotta protect the bees.
Listen, before mass control authoritarianism takes over the world, we've got one opportunity to enrich ourselves, to isolate ourselves from that, so that way we can fight back. Okay? But this is what will happen. This is my prediction of the future and how people will accept the control with open arms and come running and screaming, please take my money. That's what I'm saying. It's not that this is the right thing. This is just the way things are moving. That's all I'm saying. It's not that I think that this is the right way to go. It's just the way things are going. And look at everybody in crypto knows that crypto is going to be controlled and it's going to be a way to track you. And yet you're all here in the chat every single day and you're watching the markets. You're buying up all the cryptos. You're buying the Wilfie coin because Trump told you to, because you want to get rich. Okay. Because you don't want to get stuck in the pod and eat the bugs. I get it. I don't either. But let me tell you something. I am not advocating for crypto. My goal is to get out of this market 100%. My goal is to grow my wealth, get rid of my bags, and put them either in the stock market, which I have done. I'm holding defense stocks, right? That I have my dividends. But my goal is to not need crypto and to take this last portion of bags and to grow it into something that I can use to take out of crypto and buy real world assets that I then can have as investments, such as properties that I can tokenize and put on the blockchain. I would rather own the land and the deed than own the token of the land and the deed.
Oh my God. It says we ride at dawn for the bees. How about save the dolphins?
We ride at dawn for the bees.
Coin.
For the bees,
Protect
chat.
the queen bee. Oh my gosh. But do you see, I wanted to watch, I don't want California to fall in the ocean, just LA County. But I love this chat, by the way. But yeah, I mean, where do we draw the line? Bees, dolphins, penguins, like it's just a scam. It's, again, communism with extra steps.
I don't know. I think you're right, but at the same time, I think that's further on down the road. I think that's, 2050, 2060, that all that happens, right?
Right.
These are the first steps leading into it, but the population is marching in lockstep for this. They're cheering it on and want the control. And it's the older generation, it's the children that will suffer from this, not us. Okay? So that is why I want to get out of crypto. My goal is to have my investments in real things, not in fake digital money that doesn't exist. Okay? Even if it is what we're going to use to transact in the future, I would rather take my money out of crypto and put it in building this farm and buying more land and actually owning something that's real, not actually just owning crypto. I want to be in this market or out of this market as soon as possible. I do not want to be left holding this bag. And that's why I said, like, maybe adoption already happened. Maybe this is a whole Ponzi scheme and we're all being played. Maybe it already happened. For me, I want to get out of here. All right. Make your money and get out of this market. The way to become wealthy is to take a small risk with a with a small amount of money, and to take a small risk with a large amount of money. No Lambos? Yeah, don't buy Lambos, buy land, bros. Buy land, bros, not Lambos. And I'll tell you what, all these crypto bros that are going to buy Lambos and all that stuff, they are going to not be wealthy as long as those that buy land. And they may be millionaires, but the people that take their crypto and use it to buy actual things like land and don't just squander it, they're going to be the billionaires. So do you want to be a millionaire or a billionaire? Me, I want to own real things. I don't want to buy tokenized gold. I don't want to buy tokenized silver. I don't want to buy Wilfie coin from Trump. Okay? I want to buy real things, and I want to use it with hodlers exit liquidity. What do you think, Jesse?
This chat is the funniest chat ever.
Oh, yeah.
This is a lot
This
of
is the
fun.
best live we've had in a long time. I'm so glad to have you back.
This is a lot of fun. I'm with you, Oz and the bees. Listen, them damn bees hurt your feelings.
Yes. We
this
love
is
the bees.
one question.
Jesse,
you know,
don't
if
you hate on the
Bitcoin,
bees? Love
I'm
the
not.
bees. Jesse hates bees, guys.
I grow a garden. I don't hate bees. One of the things that was said is if Bitcoin never went so high, would any of us be in this game? Would anybody even care about crypto? Think about that.
Yep.
Think about that. If Bitcoin isn't what it is today, would we even know what crypto was or even care about it? So because it came out of thin air from a meme coin, how legitimate can any of this really be? Because bees.
It has value because we collectively say it has value. Just like the moon cycle happens because we all decided it happens. Is G-Rod in here? G-Rod, will you come up on the panel? I want to talk about the witching thing. Are you in here, G-Rod? If you're not, you're 86th out of the TA class chat. Can't believe you, bro. Josh
okay,
just
other people
joined.
have lives.
Josh just
okay,
joined.
people have a life. It's called having a
I'm
life.
just kidding. Hey, Josh, can you come up? Josh, I want to talk
them
about
all
something.
up their pants. I know. Bees are a hot topic.
Where's Josh
I guess.
at? We need to talk about this, chat. This is important. Where is anybody here? Nope.
Giving him a break. He's out hunting bees.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
Oh, you got TikTok live access.
Yay.
Awesome.
Awesome, dude. Josh, come up on the panel for your first show. Send me an invite as a guest. Come up here. I want to talk to you. I have questions. And it's not about XRP whatsoever, I promise. It's all good things, bro.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
No, this is a non-XRP live today. We are not even, I don't even have the XRP chart pulled up. I got to set something up 1 minute. Awesome, bro. Because I want to talk about something. So while Josh sets that up, I will set the stage here, okay? This is a speculative market, right? We have decided that crypto has value, therefore it has value. Correct, Jesse?
Right. It's not real because it's just digital and technically it's made up stuff and people are buying it.
Right. So it's a speculative thing. We're putting our money into it, our fiat. Therefore, it has value because we say it has value. Does it really have value? Kind of, because it does work. It processes things, right? It's kind of, but really, is the value that we give it right now at like $100,000, is it really that valuable? No. I don't know, right? Just like gold. So is gold really as valuable as we say it is? I think that gold is way overvalued because they control the supply and we've been mining it for thousands of years. And yes, it has utility, but we don't really need a lot of it for its utility. We have plastic covered copper, which is the same utility as gold. But we do have some utility for gold, but I think that it's a little bit overvalued. I think silver is highly undervalued. Silver has a lot more utility in this world. It's used in medicine. It's literally used in foot powder. It's used in making things, and it's used for there's a whole bunch of different things, right? That they use it for. They literally spray it in the air with the chemtrails, right? So silver really is the more valuable asset when it comes to gold and silver, right? I think gold is a dead technology. We used it because it was rare and hard to find, and it was soft and easy to press into a coin, and it didn't rust away, right? Perfect. But we don't use coins anymore. We don't use that type of technology anymore. Yes, gold, I think has its purpose, but is it really that valuable? Do we really need it?
Yes, because you can actually build things with it. Show me what a cryptocurrency that is fake and digital can build. You can make freaking a vase with silver or gold. You can make chairs, a house, anything with silver and gold. Please tell me what crypto can build for you.
I agree. Okay. But gold does have utility, it does have value. I just think it's overvalued. And the reason its value is so high is because the supply is hoarded up, right? Just like Bitcoin, the supply is hoarded up. Just like Cardano, the supply is hoarded up and staked, right? Therefore,
you can
it
wear
causes
gold,
supply
you
shock.
cannot wear Bitcoin.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I can hold Cardano though. I have Cardano right here. I have my Cardano.
Go ahead. Go take it to the store and buy something. I'll wait.
I'll tell you what.
Wait. Go to Stater Brothers.
Chat.
Go to,
who wants to buy this
have.
ADA coin from me? Chat. I'm auctioning off this ADA coin. How much would you pay me for this crypto coin right here? It's 1 ADA. How cool is this? It's real. It's plated in gold. What would you give me for this? TikTok seller says $33. Boom. I just sold it for $33. Done.
Okay, because it's a trinket and it's made out of, what did you just say it was made out of? What did you just say it was made out of?
It's gold and nickel.
Okay, the Cardano part didn't matter. What it was made out of is what mattered. No one cares about what it says. It was gold.
Viewer description said it'll give me $3K for it. All right. It's worth what someone's willing to pay for it, is what it's worth. Okay. And this one's special because Charles gave it to me. Okay. Charles Hoskinson gave this to me. So it's special, right? It holds more value to me than it does to you. So our value comes from, you know, this represents a memory with an amazing gentleman, by the way. Charles is the most down-to-earth dude I've ever met. The dude came up to me. I thought I was going to have to shill myself to Charles, and Charles is like, hey, you're a creator? Awesome. Let me tell you what Cardano's doing. It's amazing and all these things. And he's like, do you want to take a picture with me? Sure. And he's like, here, let me hold up your goat thing. And like, great guy. He's like the realest person. We're talking about a billionaire, right? Is just a regular guy. That's me, right? No matter how rich I get, I will always still be the same regular dude. Yes, I have my moments where I, you know, play myself up. I'm a little conceited. That's for show, okay? I'm a creator. I'm an influencer. I'm playing a role here, okay? Like, so it is what it is. I'm entertaining you, right? But I'm chill. I'm down to earth. Ask HD Malicious. Ask Big Baller. Ask Henry. Any of the people that met with me in Vegas. There's a whole group of them, right? Ask any of them. We had a great time hanging out. I'm just a regular dude. Oz, I hope you know I'm a smart ass, no disrespect. Absolutely, Fredrum. I appreciate you, brother. Of course. And just so you know,
did you notice
if you're in
how
crypto,
he said
you are a
ask
nerd.
all these people, but not ask me?
Okay, Jesse, I'm asking you the same question, but I forget what was the question I asked.
Of course.
Well,
when you remember, you can ask me.
Okay. Oh, what would you pay me for the Cardano coin?
Nope, that wasn't it. You said that you were a down-to-earth, chill guy, and that your arrogance
yeah, I don't want to
was
know
just
what you think
part
about
of
that.
show.
I don't want to know what you think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why you didn't ask me. Got it.
Yeah, there's a reason I didn't ask you that. But Jesse, how much would you give me for a Cardano coin?
Nothing.
Even if somebody else is willing
Can
to
I
buy
build
it from you
something out
for
of it? Can I make
$3,000?
something out of it?
Yeah. Let's say I sold you the coin for $100 and there's a whole chat here willing to buy it from you for $3,000. Is it not worth $100 to you?
Is it physical? Is it a physical thing? Are you talking about the physical coin?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about made up currency?
I'm talking about this physical coin.
That's a transaction. That's a barter. That's different.
Right, but
because you're actually trading something for something, not for something invisible.
All right, chat.
If you don't leave the bees out of this, I swear.
How many ADA would you send me for this coin? I'll even sign it for you. I will sign this coin that Charles Hoskinson gave me. How much would you pay me for it?
Does it empty the dishwasher? If that's the case, I am in.
It might empty the dishwasher if you can trade it for a wife. The barter system is an amazing thing. TikTok seller says 3,000.
Did you just call women a dishwasher?
It was a joke. It was a joke.
All right. I'll remember that.
I can joke about things, okay? I'm allowed to be funny. I'm a funny guy here, okay? Can it get me a gumball or it won't fit in the machine? If you find a Cardano coin gumball machine, it'll probably work. Yeah, what is with the lag? Maybe I should is anybody watching on X right now?
It's not just you.
I think it's the
weather is really bad.
Right, and Starlink has been having major issues ever since Microsoft got hacked, and Starlink, like, I can't even link my Xbox up to the internet. It's something I have to fix like every day. I don't know if you guys have Xbox. Anybody else have an Xbox and having issues getting into your Microsoft account or linking it to your Starlink? I'm sure a lot of you don't have.
Every time we try to we have a couple of Xbox, but it doesn't matter. Anytime we try to log in, we have to reset Starlink, and then it lets us log in. But like if I don't understand why it's like that. Ever since they had that that outage and Microsoft got hacked, it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, Microsoft products
Typical
and Starlink are
I know.
not working well together right now. And we have Starlink, and this is a Microsoft computer, so it's been having issues ever since. Nothing really we can do about it. But what we can do is look at the bright side, right? But we're not the only ones that are experiencing the lagging on TikTok. It just is what it is. It's TikTok Studio. We love TikTok Shop. We love everything about TikTok. TikTok is amazing, and its technology surpasses all understanding, and I love it so much more than OBS. I love TikTok Studio so much more than OBS. I love everything that TikTok has to offer. I love putting in support tickets and talking to an AI every time I have a problem. They take care of it so quickly. It is amazing. Is there another TikTok deadline? Jesse, is there another TikTok deadline?
Let me look.
I have a feeling there is. It's probably 90 days from the last one.
Yeah, I think so too, but I can't remember.
My nose is growing. Jesse, your nose is growing. Mother Dragon says so. She says your nose is getting very long.
Huh?
She says you got a big nose.
My nose is growing? Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Mother Dragon says you have a big nose. Oh, look at that nose. Hold on. Let me put you
That's okay.
on the main street. She was joking. I was lying, so she said I had a big nose. Chat. There's a chicken in it.
Oh. It says September 17th, but they're saying that it's going to get extended again.
Interesting.
Because no deal has been made that they're probably going to extend it again. No deal has been made.
Yeah, they're going to extend it. Come on. Put the Hulk up. XRP is a flat bottom. Ladies and gentlemen.
You better stop, TikTok seller.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse, you're getting rugged from the main screen. And Crypto Hulk is here. Does anybody watch Crypto Hulk? That is a definite moon cheeser for sure. I think he's right about a lot of things, but I think he's also a moon cheeser. He's cool though. But we got a red Crypto Hulk here. Crypto Hulk. What's the Hulk's theme song? No. Crypto Hulk. Crypto Hulk. No? All right. I'm done.
It ain't that. It definitely ain't that.
Hey, China,
I'm not
please
saying
let
that out
Oz
loud,
continue.
but Fred Room, that was funny.
Where is Josh? Josh, what good are you?
He said he had to do something a minute ago. Leave him alone.
Josh.
Yeah, we all love TikTok.
We need you. TikTok seller. Question for you. Did you talk with Josh about the half witching? I think is what it's called. Do you know about this? I know very little. I wish G-Rod was here right now. I really want G-Rod to come up. Let me see. Maybe I can get G-Rod to come. He's probably sleeping because we've been trading around the clock for like umpteen days.
He was in the chat not too long ago.
Yes, quad witching. We're going to talk about it as soon as I can get Josh to come up here, because Josh actually knows a lot more about, I'll tell you, who really knows about it is G-Rod. And this is some of the things that we are talking and discussing in the group chat that we have on Discord. G-Rod's in the spa. I know, right? G-Rod's probably on the charts or in the Discord trading right now with the group. That's where I think he is. The dude is a trading machine now. He's been in here in the Discord for a few days now, and the guy is a trading bot. And he's great. We have so much fun hanging out with G-Rod. I'm curious about the spa. If you were in the Discord in the trading group, then you would know about the spa. Is it like a Diddy party? No, it is not
exactly
a
like
Diddy
that.
party.
Yes, it is.
G-Rod
it's
says
totally
I'm
like
printing
that.
money.
Don't let him lie.
G-Rod,
See?
I need you to come up on the show.
Here.
G-Rod, come up on the show. I want to talk to you.
It's a trap.
Come on, G-Rod.
Jacuzzi boy.
Yeah, jacuzzi boy. Let me see if I can invite you. Where are you, G-Rod?
He was getting his soaks in. Baby oil court. We love TikTok shop, but that was funny. I had to wake him up. Oh.
G-Rod, click the guest
sense.
button to come up.
Gangster Rod. That's probably what his name is.
Gangster Rod.
I'm out. I can't take this.
Gangster. Straight gangster.
He was playing with the
he's in the jacuzzi, right? So he's sitting in the spa, right? And he's like, I'm a gangster in the spa. Brrrah, brrrah, brrrah.
He was watching that coin for 10 hours. Really?
Yes.
I didn't realize it was that
12
long.
hours. He was in it for
baby.
12 hours watching it like a hawk. I send to get in. Click it again. Undo it and then click it again. Wait, maybe it's here. Oh, accept.
He was watching USDC.
G-Rod, what is up, brother?
Hey, I got a quick one for you.
Okay.
Go back to that bartering with that coin, right?
Oh, yeah. I got my Cardano coin right here.
She said if you can turn it into, if it can unload your dishwasher, right? And you said, well, you traded for a wife.
Yep.
You know what's even better? You hand that wife a shovel and you turn it into a snowplow too.
Dang. Wow.
Don't start. Don't you start.
A multi-tool, man.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trade it for a sweat factory in China and have unlimited Nikes and iPhones.
Do we have to pay tariffs on those? Can we buy them from you?
Not if we move to China. We'll trade it for land in China too. I got more than one. I got one with a chicken on it. All right. G-Rod. Seriousness. I have a serious question for you. So we're talking about in the market, things are real because we say they're real, right? We look at the markets, we're trading, right? You're trading with me, right? This should all be random, but because we read the charts and we all see the same things, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? And what should be random is actually predictable, correct?
Yes.
So, the moon cycle is one of the things that we've been learning in the class and in the chat while we're trading, right? And do I believe in this moon cycle? Am I a moon worshiper? Absolutely not. But it is something that we have proven with the charts that is a real thing, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, tell me about the half witching.
Quad witching.
Quad witching. Sorry. Quad witching is what it's called. I know only what you've told me. And and most of chat has no idea what quad witching is. So explain to them what quad witching is and how that lines up with the moon cycle.
Okay, so quad witching, I don't like to say quarters theory, but quad witching splits your year into 4. Okay, that's when big institutionals and everybody has to do their taxes for their profits, losses, whatever, right? So if you're giving somebody a company to invest your money for you, by the end of that quarter, they need to sell and do their books, right? So they got to give you your profits or your losses or whatever. So that happens 4 times a year. It happens in March, June, September, and December.
Okay.
And it's always on a Friday.
Interesting.
The last Friday. So what happens is the market will run up, and it's the same. That's what the stock market runs on too. So you can, if you have a chart there, you can overlay. You can look back on a chart, and let's say if you pull up Cardano right now and you put it on there, and you look at the quad witching dates of this year. Oz, pull Cardano up on your screen real quick.
Yep. By
Jay,
the way, I love
swear.
G-Rod. G-Rod is amazing, dude, and you're in the TA class with us. And I'm so glad that you joined our community, brother. I'm really happy to have you, and thanks for coming on the show.
I might have to balance to get the dates real quick.
Yeah.
And I can give you the exact dates.
That's no
Just
worries.
give me a second.
I'm going to also throw up the moon cycle indicator on here. So
I just want to reiterate, thank you everyone in the chat. This has been, I needed a fun night. I've had some serious couple weeks, and this has been so fun, and you guys are so supportive, and we are very appreciative of that.
Look at Ada chat. Now it doesn't line up perfectly, okay? But every time there is a new moon, which is this blue moon, we have a sell-off, and every time we have a full moon, we have a pump, right? Now, this one is out of sequence right here because Trump came out on a Sunday with some BS news, and he knew that the market was going to capitulate, and I think that's why he did what he did. But you can clearly see this last moon cycle we had a nice push up here. We have a new moon, and we are dropping down, and we are moving into a new moon phase. Look at this one. The full moon pumped, and then the new moon we dumped. And it happens time after time. Even the big green candle move up, obviously it happened a little bit before. It's never perfect, but you can literally see in the market time and time again in multiple cycles how every time there is a full moon, look at there, all the full moons are on the bottom, all the blue moons are on the top. Perfectly.
Yo, Ozzy.
Yeah.
I got keep that up. That's for the year, right?
This is for the entire cycle.
Okay. All right.
So since the very beginning.
Go to a yearly.
March 2021. Okay, go to the yearly. All right. Got it.
Or no, sorry, monthly. Monthly. It'll be monthly, sorry. And
it's all right.
Now you're quad witching or you're okay, now do line up, just put solid lines, because we're gonna go into So I'm gonna put a vertical line in March.
Of this year?
Yep.
All right, March right there.
Okay. Put one on June 20th.
Well, it's monthly, so it would be on June.
Yep, on June. Okay, throw one on September. Well, it's not going to line up with September yet.
Right, because September hasn't happened. It's coming in a few days, right?
Correct. Okay, now go over to your to your daily chart, because now you're going to see all your moon cycles, right?
Right.
Now find those vertical lines.
So March
21st.
All right, let me zoom in a little bit. March 21st.
Josh said to send him a TikTok invite to Mr. Joshy TV account.
All right, once we're done here, or he can just click the to jump on the panel here. All right, so I got March 21st is right on a full moon.
Yep. And what happened? The market dumped, didn't it?
Yep, right after on the new moon, it dumped.
Yep.
It started on the full moon. It pumped a little bit before, and then it dumped.
So that's the start of the dump, right?
Right, that's the quad witching right here.
That's the quad witching right there,
And
telling you when it's going to dump.
Right.
And that's because, huh?
Go ahead.
And then you can also go back to March 21st, and you'll see the same thing.
March.
And usually these dump.
So like the previous March 21st?
March of 2025.
Oh yeah, we just did that one. Oh wait, no, right here. March 2025. All right, so March 21st is the full moon. It ran up.
Yep.
And then as soon as we hit a new moon, it dumped.
The week after, right?
Yep. Interesting. And
the
that's
same thing happened. And the same thing happened in June. This is when big institutions have to do their quarterly books. So they have to sell and get people their profits.
Interesting. So when is the next quad witching?
Next quad witching is September 19th.
September 19th, chat, which means that we should pump a bit right before, right?
Yep.
Because of the moon cycle.
We're going to pump right before then, right? So that the invest, if I gave you money to invest, so in order to make you look good, you're going to have to pump the market. Otherwise, I'm not going to pay you to keep investing my money. So the market will pump, and then I got to give you your money or your profits. And if I tell you, hey, you're just breaking even, or I tell you, hey, you're up. If I tell you you're up, you're going to come back and do business with me again.
Yep.
If I don't, you're not. So.
And check this out. So you see my screen, right?
Yep.
So what I did was I drew a line from the top of this wick to the top of the next wick, right? And what I did was I moved it up to the next wick right here. Yep. And that tells me that come the moon cycle, which is right now happening right now. We're pumping a little bit early. It's perfect. But it's perfectly lined up that our next moon move will go to $1.09 to $1.10 on ADA. And then we have our quad witching, which will bring it back down. And I would imagine when it comes back down, it should land at about 87 to 90 cents. And that's that quad witching. So we're literally predicting the market. It's not that hard, chat.
People think it's a lot more complicated than what it really is.
Yeah. And dude,
if you don't want to do small, frequent, the fast trading that we do, you don't need to. If you just go by the moon cycles and quad witching, put those two together and line it up, you'll make 4 trades between the quad witchings, right?
Yep.
See if that's correct, Oz.
Yes, it is 4 trades per year. So
on quad witching, right?
Yes.
That is based on quad witching.
Sometimes it's 5, but yeah.
Okay.
Some companies do 5.
Now between 2 quad witchings, how many full moons and new moons do you get?
Okay,
4.
so that would be from March till September, right?
24th? Nope. From March 21st to June 20th.
Okay, so March
See how many?
To June.
March 21st. How many moons do you got?
Full moons, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's interesting.
4.
It's in quads. It's in groups of 4.
Yep. That's why I said I don't want to say quarters theory, but it's
wow.
Divided up in quarters. Okay.
So you can swing trade.
Just hear me out.
Right? Chat, you don't have to day trade. You could make 4 trades in several months and do this.
Yep. Now here's the better part about it, okay? Let's say you catch 10% up, right?
Right.
Let's say you start with $1,000, you catch 10% gain, you sell, right? Then it drops. How much does it drop? 5%?
Right.
Maybe?
About 50% drop every time, like half of it. Half of whatever it gained, it loses half of it.
Yep. So now you're up and you buy back in. Now you're up 15% from your original buy-in.
Yep.
Right? So you gain 15% per trade. So multiply that by 4 between your quarters, right?
Right.
So without putting any, 15 times 4 gives you 60. Okay, 60%.
That's
so
a lot.
If you gain 60% of your coins in 4 months, if you just follow the moon cycles.
That's incredible.
60%. Let's be conservative. Let's say you gain
40.
Let's say you gain 40%. Yeah. Over the year, your gains are 120%.
That's crazy. And this works in the bear cycle as well, correct? Because they're still doing the same thing. It's just smaller gains.
Smaller gains, but you're still catching it. It still happens every time, because whether the economy is booming and your 401k is fucking running through the roof, there's always pullbacks, always.
That's interesting.
If you have a 401k, you can take your 401k pattern. If you have a trend line on your 401k, you can line these dates up on that pattern, and you watch. Right before, it'll pump, and then it's going to dump. Then it does a little bit of a pullback, and then it goes back up, and does a little bit of a pullback, kind of like the stair steps it's the exact same thing that we're doing with the fast trading. It's the exact same thing. It stair steps up, and then it drops.
It's just a lower frequency.
Yes. That's all it is.
Wow. That's crazy, brother. Thank you for explaining that to us.
I know people,
Jay says G-Rod must have worked for BlackRock.
No, I'm not very technically whatever you want to call it. I just, if you go on there is a couple other people that know about quad witching, but they go into all these technical analysis and all this shit. You don't need. I'm trying to keep it simple, stupid. Don't
Right.
tell me, hey, get me whatever. No, just say it. Just tell me what it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
And, these things happen because there's a real life situation happening, right? The two real world situations are this. One, firms have to take profits, right? And before they do that, they got to pump the market. And two is when the moon is full and when it's a new moon, there are gravitational shifts, and that causes psychological changes in people. And so because of that, the people that are trading in the market for big institutions and firms, they're manipulating that. That's what I believe is happening. They're preying on the psyche of the average American human, or worldwide, right? What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, and they try to hide it and things, and it's very difficult for people to see this quad witching. But if you keep it simple and you explain to people, hey, every 4 months, if I give you $1 and 4 months later you give me $1 back, I'm not going to pay you to trade that dollar for me. So you got to show gains. So that's the only way all of these companies are going to stay in business, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's
And
that
they
simple.
manipulate the market with lots of money, just like we're doing on a small frequency, right?
Yep.
Because we're all pooled together, we're pumping the market, which is causing FOMO in, and then we get out and we quad witch them, basically.
Yep.
And so we're basically doing this just on a smaller scale. We've taken something that's very vast and big and moved it into a pond that we can control. That's amazing. Hey, thank you, brother, for coming on. I appreciate having you on and explaining that all to us, and I appreciate having you in the class. It's been a treat. It's been a pleasure. Yep. Is there anything you want to say or shout out before you go?
Guys, if you haven't subscribed and signed up for the Discord, please do it. Trust me, you're not going to be disappointed. This is a printing machine. It doesn't run out of ink. Never. I've been bouncing in and out of the live. Sorry, Oz, that I haven't been here the whole time, but
hey, you're good, brother. I'm just teasing you.
Print.
Yeah, you got to print. Dude, that's how dedicated you guys are.
Belle wants to ask 2 questions to you guys. Is she allowed to come up and ask? She's been
Belle, go
very
ahead.
patient.
Come on up, Belle. Send me a request. Is one of the I think one of the questions is for you, G-Rod, so I'll ask you to stay up if you can.
Okay.
Justin Kelly, your subscription on TikTok does not cover through the Discord, so send me a DM on TikTok, Justin Kelly, and I will help you out with that, so that way you can save some money.
And do not. He is not going to send a message to you, so do not accept stuff unless he is live right here talking to him. There is a lot of fake accounts.
Oh yeah. Always follow me in my live, and I'll only reach out to you first if you've subscribed and you want coaching. Send me a message first and then I'll respond to you. I will never reach out to you first unless you are a creator. Okay? Creators I will message first and ask them to come on the show as a guest and nothing else. What's up, Belle? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you guys hear me okay?
I can.
Oh, yeah. Loud and clear, girl.
G-Rod, I really like the moon witching. It's different from what I learned about the moon cycles. I wanted to ask if the moon ever goes on an uptrend, because I mostly see downward dips in my research? And then I have a second question.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead and answer, G-Rod, then I have an answer too.
Oz, you want to take the one on the moon cycle? The moon
Yeah.
cycle is
So the moon cycle never lines up perfectly. Okay. It does sometimes, but it's an indicator for us to know that a move up or a move down is potentially coming. And then we use the quad witching with that to line up another indicator for us to give us a direction whether we're going up or down and how far.
Okay, because I normally just see downtrends. And then secondly, do you ever take into account any solar lunar eclipse?
Yes, I do. I take into account blood moons and all these different things, and we talk about all this in the trading class. Okay, so I cover all these things, and I will be covering more of the moon cycle stuff in some of the upcoming classes. We're getting into more of the advanced stuff. So I would say if you're looking to trade, then that's the place to be at, is to get in the Discord and reach out to me, and let's get you profitable, get you printing money. Because like G-Rod said, it's the printing machine is on, and it's printing money every day, whether it's a red day or a green day. It is always printing money, and it never runs out of ink. And we are literally doing it around the clock. I mean, these guys never sleep. They're literally trading, throwing out coins to buy. The market's pumping, and then TAing out of it, and we're just collecting gains. And it's a numbers game. You're not going to win every single one, but on an average, you're going to be, I'd say, G-Rod, what percentage do you think we are in accuracy? I think we're like maybe 70, 80.
I know on Saturday we're 9 out of 12.
9 wins out of 12. And it only takes 1 to become profitable.
That's fantastic. I'm also looking to make money on the downside.
Yeah, okay, we do that as well.
So here's another thing for you, okay? If you can snip a chart and you snip the uptrend, that out, flip it over after it reaches the top, it's gonna look a lot similar on the way down. You're gonna have it down.
Yes.
And then it's gonna bottom, and then it's gonna pick back up, and then it's gonna dump again. Same pattern. The same way it went up, same way it's coming down.
Bill, there's like some background noise on your end.
So
that's probably me. I have the TV on, unfortunately. I can't find the remote.
So your gains that you made on the way up, okay, you're gonna make those same gains on the way down.
Exactly.
So remember,
I'm hearing you.
Remember when we were saying you're gaining 120%? That's that 120% on a conservative side, right? If you just work off of quad witching and the moon cycles, that 120%, that's only one way.
Yes.
Because you're making it on the way down too. Now, on the way down, you're not going to make as much, right? But you're still going to be in there. So I would say overall, in a year, you're probably going to be up, I would say, between 200 and 220%.
I've also been told not to be greedy and not to, like, if I want to be in it long term, not to try and milk any more than 30 or 40% out of most trades if I'm going to do it all day long, all week long.
That's a lie. That
really
lies. I will not. I would suggest, me personally, so it all depends on what platform you trade on, right? Because they charge you fees. They charge you fees to get in. They charge you fees to get out.
And I'll teach you the tricks to get around the fees, you know?
Yes.
I taught G-Rod one today.
Did work. That did work. I tried it, and I only lost 2.2%.
Yeah, on a loser.
Which is great.
Which is great, right? So
No. What I'm saying is when I put my
fees.
money.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you're moving around a decent bag. So that's great.
Yes.
Well, there's also slippage as well as the fees.
Well, you can change that.
Yeah, and
you
we're
can go in
catching
and
so many that it's compounding upon itself. So when it's a good day, it makes up for every bad day, and then on the bad day, we're either breaking even or taking like a 1 or 2% loss.
So for me, right? You were talking about 30%. Yes, there is a coin that we're in right now that is it clockwork. It runs up 30 to 31%, then it drops. Runs up 31%, drops. 29%, then it drops. Here's the thing. You need to make sure, so that's they're very far from in between, right? So me personally, I know when I get into something, I'm down 2.2%. If this thing is not going to do 7% at least, I'm not getting into it, because I want to see a minimum of 5% gains.
Exactly.
Now,
Well,
5% on $100 is nothing, right?
yeah, that's not going to feed your family.
Correct. But I don't play like that.
Yeah,
But
we're
how
doing
many
like
trades will you
$10,000
have open at
bags.
one time? How many coins will you be riding at the same time?
Start small. Oz told me
One at a
crawl
time.
before you
Mm-hmm.
Do
one at a time. Start
And
with one at a time. You take money. I'm just gonna put it out here. So I took $6,000 thrown in one coin, right? Literally, we're moving when I jump in, we're moving candles. I throw $6,000 in, run that coin, get out. Because now 5%, now that 5% on 6,000, that looks pretty good. You do 3-4 of those a day. And there's some of them that we get in, and I kid you not, we're not in there for 5 minutes and we're out. And we gain 12, 22. There's one that we ran up and we were in there. I think it was like 12 or 13 minutes we were in there. It went up 35%.
And there's
exactly.
some that you might long for a couple days.
If we're swing trading.
Yes,
So when the
but here's
go ahead.
the thing. You can pick, okay? Do you want to get into something that's going to take forever? Now, if I know tomorrow I'm going to be busy, fuck it. Then I look for a longer term, right? Then I throw something in that's going to take a little bit longer to get up there. But if I know I'm going to be by my phone all day, shit, then I just jump into something and things that's going to be quick turnaround. Because I would rather take 5% trades and have a 50% gain in 2 days than take one trade that I'm going to be up maybe 10, 20, 30%.
I
And
gotcha.
what if that long one doesn't work out?
Yeah.
Now you wasted all that time in
Exactly.
one coin.
When you could have been trading it that whole time.
Yep. You could have been trading the whole time. In and out, in and out.
And the thing is you have to have some capital. You've got to have like at least $1,000 to do this. So if you don't have $1,000 to use, you're not going to be able to do this. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to any of you guys. You got to have it minimum 1,000. I mean, $500 is probably cutting it a little short. Bottom. Yeah, but that's the bottom line. You got to have at least $500. But you're going to be making.
I'm just a baby. I gotta crawl before I walk. I'm still doing the practice.
Yeah, you can also
trades.
get into
You know, I'm trying to learn everything, read it, learn how to set my stop losses, and
we don't use stop losses. I will teach you all these things. You don't want that. Nope. So here's the thing is when you get into the TA class with this, it allows you to trade with us, but you're also learning actually how to trade and you're getting that information. So if you want to walk before you crawl, what we can do is you can pay on a monthly basis and not actually be in the live show and just get the recordings of the class as you can pay. but you can be in the class, or not in the class, but in the trading, and you can ask questions, and I'll be there to guide you. The whole group is there, and we're all bouncing off things back and forth. So you're going to learn so fast. TikTok seller went from, I don't know anything, to he's as good as I am in 2 months. So I believe in you. I believe in every single one of you. The hardest part is you have to believe in yourself and believe in your conviction and stick to your strategy and not become emotional.
Well, I play poker fairly well.
Then I think you'll do really well.
That's kind of what I've heard. And I'm very good at handicapping racehorses, and there's a lot more symbols on the daily racing form than there are in crypto.
I want to go to the racetrack. Sounds like
Come on
fun.
down, we'll go. Satellite racing.
I don't even know what state you're in.
California.
She's in Cali.
Oh, what? Oh, we're going to the racetrack. You, me, and Jesse. It's going down.
I'm in the Monterey Bay.
Oh, Monterey. Isn't that up north?
Probably from you guys, yeah.
Yeah, it's NorCal. We're in SoCal. Shoot. But that's not that far. We can get up there and hop on a plane or something.
Where she lives is beautiful.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
In fact, the world's largest car show just packed up and went home.
Interesting.
The Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance.
But yeah, back to what we were talking about is, walk before you crawl. If you're new to this, I will teach you how to paper trade, where you can trade with fake money and practice. And you can do it alongside me and the whole group, and you can learn how to do this. So anyone that's interested in learning to trade, even if you don't have the capital to do this yet, you can still do this in the bear market. Obviously, you're not going to make as much, but you can still print money all year long, year round doing this. And so if you don't necessarily have the capital right now and you need to save up or whatever, I would tell you to invest in your education before you invest in the market. And then you're going to come in and you're going to be ahead of 99% of the people that are in this.
If you're uneducated, you're going to get wrecked.
Absolutely. That's the whole purpose of what I do.
I've been spending a lot of time researching my coins, but this kind of trading is totally different than long-term holding and accumulating.
Yeah. Fredrum says you can also do it all by your lonesome. Yes, you can try all this stuff on your own. You do not have to do it with the group. The difference with doing it with the group is you have a support team to help you with FOMO and other psychological issues that come with this. You also have a group of traders where we're all putting our liquidity in at the same time, which is creating FOMO instead of being a part of it. And then you also have where, if you're learning, you have very advanced traders holding your hand along the way, helping you when you do make a mistake, learning from it and growing as a trader.
Well, as a group, it would be harder to get wrecked because you're all discussing the play and the consensus and looking hard to see where those candles are going next.
Exactly.
I believe and I'm trusting in the process.
Daniel says, "Oh shit, Oz, I didn't know you helped with psychological issues as well. I'm in. I help you with psychological issues. Yes. Jessie is that's more her forte. She can help you with that. If you're having psychological issues or you're having problems, you need someone, that's your person is Revolution. But when it comes to trading in the market, there are people that have a lot of psychological issues as far as trading goes, and I do help with that. I will help you to not to FOMO. I believe it was who was it? Was it Simon or Fredrum or one of you in the chat here was asking me about Ethereum, and you were capitulating. and you were like, hey, I'm going to sell if it goes any lower. I said, don't sell. We're about to hit a new all-time high with Ethereum. And then literally like a day or two later, it happened. And they messaged me back and were like, oh, thank you so much. Like I was about to sell and take a major loss. And I was like, no, man. So I'm here to help.
Oz, add Josh. We've been asking for a while.
Oh, sorry. Let me get Josh up here. I like
and
having
Big
the panel
Baller,
here.
Fartcoin is no.
Oh man, Fartcoin took a shit all over me, man. I'm done with Fartcoin unless it's in our system. If it's in our system, I'm about it. But the only Fartcoin I'm holding is Christmas presents. Everyone's getting a bag of farts for Christmas. What's up, Josh? Welcome.
How do I turn my
your cami? Belle, did you have any more questions before Josh takes the floor?
No, but I wanted to thank G-Rod for sticking around to answer my questions. I really appreciate that, gentlemen. And I can go ahead and step down.
Not a problem. Anytime. We're always here to help, and we're not going to leave you in the dark. Join the Discord.
I already have.
Awesome. Send me a
look
message.
for me there and say hello.
Yes.
But my name there is Wild Wild West. So.
Okay. So in the Discord, it is a private group. So send me a message, Bellstar, and I'll get you signed up so you can get in the group.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Take care. Joshy.
Looks like I can only like go live with video from my PC right now because I'm in the trial thing.
Oh yeah.
But I can't request when I'm on PC. You'd have to send me an invite, but I could start a live again.
No, don't worry about it. Okay. You're good, bro. So we were talking about quad witching, bro. And right. I know you and G-Rod were looking into that. Do you have any thoughts on that? I know you've been doing some deep diving.
I think it's really interesting to me because I never heard of it before, but it makes sense to me. And just, you know, I was up. I mean, we were both up till like 3 a.m, and I was just looking back at the chart, and every single time that there was a quad witching day,
what the hell was that?
Every time.
Am I the only one that heard that?
I think Josh just fart coined.
Someone just someone just bought Fartcoin right now.
Nah, I was.
Where's Big Ball?
But no, the market it was literally red at every single quad witching date. So not specific date, but month periods.
Interesting. Did you have more to say about that or no?
Just pairing it with the moon cycles and what I'm learning from the TA class, definitely I feel like much more confident in my trades and how I'm going to outlook the rest of this cycle and the continuing future. Just because like when you are able to put all those together and then you have the MACD and just knowing how to put all those together and taking into account what the news is, it just, to me, it's like, it really clicks. You know, I opened the S&P 500 chart today and I was able to identify multiple zones where, it did a 5% move, a 10% move, an 18% move in the span of a couple weeks that you could just trade if you were paying attention to those. So
if you weren't hodling your bag, diamond hand.
Right.
And you know what? Josh hasn't actually jumped in and traded with us, but he's in there watching and he's learning. And that's also commendable as well, is learning. You know, if you're not quite comfortable and ready to throw your money at it, there's still a lot to be learned here. Right. So, but Josh is seeing it happen in front of his face and he's like, what have I been doing? And this is everything I've been trying to show and tell everybody this whole time, and people, they call me a clown and all these things, but we're literally running a money printing machine over here. So Josh, I got a question for you. would you say that you've benefited from the class, and do you think it's worth it?
100%. When I watched the first video back, I already felt like I learned a lot. And like I can tell too, because even though I haven't been executing as many trades, I see the areas where I know I should have done something, and I can see it like visually on the charts, and I can see what I'm learning and what it's doing on the charts. So for me, it's like 100%.
Right. And would you consider, like, before you got into the class, like, were you more advanced, less advanced? Like, where do you think you were before you got in?
I would say I knew enough to trade, but when it came, I wouldn't say that I was a beginner, but I definitely was nowhere as knowledgeable as I am now.
Right. And there's still so much to learn. There's so much.
Right.
And I actually thought that I was going to be able to teach all this in like a month or two. And I realized it's actually a lot more than I realized, because an hour flies by very quickly. And I didn't want to make longer than an hour classes because it's just too long for someone to sit down. And like, I wanted it to be something where you could sit down for an hour and plug in and really absorb it. And that's also why I record it and give it to the people. You can watch it over and over and over and burn it into your brain.
Right.
I did screenshot your screen today.
What did?
When you had those 3 bull flags. When you had those 3 bull flags up there.
Yeah.
That you found. Yeah, I screenshotted that and I used it, and yeah, it printed.
Yep. It's going to keep going too.
And I got
on ADA.
When it was going bad.
Yeah, everyone was capitulating, and we were just like, "Oh, it's time! It's time, baby!" And you know, just like we were saying with the quad witching, they have to run things up right before. We're looking at the moon cycle, and you know, like I said, it doesn't. If you look right here in this previous run up right here, the full moon happened after it actually hit the bottom and started running up. And so I think where we are at right now is the buy point. Stuff could potentially run up a little bit, maybe pull back some. But if you're like looking to get into ADA, this is a solid buy. Okay, I have the green light on. The market is about to get very bullish. And when I say that, like, sometimes I'm like, I can't really tell, and I'm kind of 50-50 with it, or I'm 60-40, you know. I'm telling you right now, things are about to run. Like, the green light is on. How do you guys feel now that you're in the trading class? Do you feel that same sentiment?
I would say for me 100%. And I mean, I'm noticing the pattern on ADA, and I mean, I was telling people to get in much lower, but like even now still, I think now is a good entry point because we've been going down the whole time, and you never really want to buy the top of multiple green candles, right? And so I wouldn't wait for it to go up more to then buy in if it was me.
Yeah, that's me. I wouldn't wait anymore. It's pretty much, it's
been
spot
bouncing
on.
Between 78 and 80.
Fredrum says it's already bullish. What are you talking about? Yes, we are bullish because it's in a bull run, but there are bearish moments in a bull run. So we had a bullish push, and we've been dropping in the market. And if you had taken profits at the top here and then re-entered in the bottom, we're literally telling you how you can grow your bags exponentially over time, bro. But if you want to hodl, not everyone has time for this. And even if you don't have time for this, this is a swing trade. You can buy right now and wait till the quad witching or the new moon and then sell and then the market will drop again, and you can do it. And that's literally weeks at a time. You can literally do a couple trades a month. So
Right.
it's not like you have to be married to the charts. There's so much you can do with trading here. And what's great is if we are in a super cycle, if we are sending to the moon or whatever happens, because we're doing this and we're plugged in, we're going to catch it either way, whether it does or it doesn't. But we're going to be ready for if it doesn't, and we're going to be ready for it if it does. So the blue dot is a new moon. Sorry, my girl was telling me something if I don't listen. Yeah. Don't worry, brother. I know how it is, man. Yes, the blue is the new moon, which is bearish, and the white is a full moon, which is bullish. Revolution. I have a question for you. I think you're muted. Revolution, you're muted.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Okay.
My question for you is, you just got into the TA class and you've been in the group trading. And I know not everybody has capital to trade like this, but are you learning? Have you learned anything from
Yes.
this? And do you think that this is beneficial for you?
It's beneficial for people who have time to spare. And like I explained earlier, you need time. This has to be your full-time job because that's the only way it works. Now, I have to hold or hodl, as you say, because I don't have I can't look at the charts 12 hours of the day. I just don't have that luxury. But listening to you guys, huh?
Get a spa.
Yeah, get in the spa.
You know what? I don't want to be in it for 12 hours. But here's my thing is, I think it does work, but from my point of view, it wouldn't work for me. But I like listening to your guys' process. So down the line, when this opportunity presents itself for me to do it, I have the knowledge to do so.
Absolutely. And also, you know, we're doing swing trades as well. So you could literally trade, you know, once or twice a month, and you don't have to watch the charts, you know, because if we see something, you have a support system. So while we're watching the charts, we'll reach out to you and say, hey, your project looks like it might be time to get out. So you have a support system there to watch the chart for you.
You have your own.
Sorry, you know you have to do TA. There's 2 people who asked and they've been patiently waiting. So when you get a chance, would be really nice.
Yeah, we will. We'll do it right now. What were you going to say, G-Rod?
I said she has her own personal bots.
Yes, you have your own personal bots, and they're not AI. They actually have brains that think.
Allegedly.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming up. What'd you have to say?
We just turned a Cardano coin into a wife, a dishwasher, and a snowplow. All
G-Rod, don't you start with me. Don't you start.
That's another thing.
I'm gonna run. Bye. I'm out of here, guys.
Hey, have a good one. That's another thing is we're having a lot of fun in the Discord chat. We are just hanging out, printing money and laughing and having a good time. It's just like we're doing the live, but it's more consolidated. It's just us in the group, and we're having a good time. We're chatting, we're bouncing ideas off of each other, and we're testing strategies, and we're growing, and we're growing our bags at the same time.
Yo, Oz, drop me.
All right, I'll drop you, brother. You have been rugged.
I gotta run.
Rugged in mid-sentence.
Hey, Francesca said, how's those cat suits coming?
Ooh. Yeah, Jesse, how's my cat suit?
You're supposed to buy it for us, bruh.
Wow.
Okay, so I need you to check Solana and checks.
All right.
So Solana and checks CHEX. We are coming up to the last hour, Oz.
All right, got it. Josh, let's TA together. What do you say?
All right.
What time are they looking for? Are they looking for a short-term trade, long-term trade?
How do you normally TA?
My normal TA would say we're bullish. And Solana is, man, why does Solana look so bearish when we're so bullish right now? Solana is an ascending wedge. Would you concur, Josh? That's in the
right
daily.
now it looks like, but it would be interesting to see.
It break above,
I would
huh?
probably wait for I would probably wait for another candle to close up above resistance. Because what was the all-time high for Solana? Let me look.
I can tell you right now. 295.83.
Right. I probably think it'll retest that 100%, like before the end of the cycle.
Yeah. But like in the next couple weeks. So we're in the daytime, so the day will tell us what's coming in the next week or two, right? And because we're in the moon cycle, I'm going to lean bullish. It could potentially test 119.5 and get rejected and come back down, or it breaks out and then it would shoot from there, and the next resistance would be 229 to 243. I would lean around like 242 is what I think. 242, 243. Oh, you know what? Even 246 looks like that might be the stop right there. 246 potentially. But it really just depends on, how things go and how bullish it gets. But if it breaks out, it could potentially only push to like 230 and then come back down into the wedge, and it would be a bull trap, and then that could send it down. And maybe it only hits the bottom of the wedge and then takes off from there, which is what I would think. So I'd say it probably does something like this, where it comes up, rejects, bounces off, and then takes off here. And that would be, around end of October. Sounds about right. We'd be at a new all-time high. What do you think, Josh?
Actually, looking at the MACD on the 1 day supports what you're saying, at least to me.
Yeah.
So I would agree with that. I think like overall, if you buy now, you're not necessarily cooked, because we are going to go back and we're going to retest that last high. So, and also the markets are just now starting to gain some momentum again. So
right,
we could see at least another move up possibly for the rest of the week before we get some serious.
Yeah, like through like September, I would say September 10th or 11th ish, and then we might be done. September 11th could be a bad day in the market, or it could be very bullish. I don't think so. I think September 11th is the end of the moon cycle and the quad witching, somewhere around there. But I will say that overall Solana looks very bullish. Everything looks bullish, and I take back a lot of what I said. Chat, I will admit when I'm wrong on something. I think we're going to see all-time highs on things like Solana, HBAR, the blue chips for sure are going to see a all-time high for sure. So this should send by November. We should be up to about, let's see here. If we measure from here to here, that would put the price around, 330. 330 sounds about right for the all-time high on Solana, or it could potentially be higher. But if we are in a super cycle and Bitcoin does lose dominance or does not lose dominance, we could potentially double top up here, come down, consolidate, and then this would be a massive head and shoulders. And that would bring it down sometime around December. It would be done.
Chex is next. CHEX.
Actually, I'm going to save this because I think this is exactly what happens right here.
You also have to remember a lot of the people who hold Solana are also active trading pump.fun tokens and
true.
meme coins. So people, if meme coins start to get a little bit of a run, people purchase a lot of Solana. You could see inflows, but at the same time, you also have to remember that a lot of these big whales that are trading these meme coins, when they start to take profit towards the end of this bull cycle, it will affect the Solana price.
All right, so Chex, I think it's a double bottom. What do you think?
Looks like almost, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down fully.
All the way back down?
Maybe not all the way, but
yeah,
I would have to look into the coin just because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it depends on how relative it is. I'll tell you this. Look at Josh. What do you see right here?
Stair steps.
Yep, this thing's about to send right now. So it's at least short term going to run up here to like 1470, 1460, somewhere around there. So it is going up today or tomorrow. That's for sure. But I think we're pretty bullish for now. It is a double bottom right here in the smaller time frame, and it would fulfill that double bottom around that price I just gave. And I'd say like, 14 cents, maybe 13 to 14 cents. I think 15 is a psychological number, and it'll probably, if it does make it to there, it will reject somewhat and come back before it sends. This is a more shorter trade time frame. Just because it rejects, if it does at that point, it could potentially come all the way down here to like 7 or 8 cents. I would say 8 cents, and then take off from there. But we should be pretty bullish from then on, and it would pretty much want to run again. It just depends on how much volume comes out of Bitcoin. TikTok
I would
seller
say too, it would be important
says
to
check looks sketch. Check looks sketch.
I
kind of agree.
You would have to look and see what the 24-hour volume is on that coin and what's been the weekly volume. And also another thing I would do too is figure out how many people are actually, how many wallets are holding it, right? And then you want to see, are there new wallets holding it? Because that will give you a pretty good indicator.
Right. And these are all the extra factors that we cover in the TA class. When you come on the live, I give you a short-term prediction. I tell you it's probably going to 14 cents, and then we move on. But you can actually get a more in-depth detail on your TA by getting into the class. All right, is there another one?
Next one is your favorite, Cardano.
Oh yeah, Cardano's gonna pump.
I'm looking at Cardano on my screen right now too.
I'll tell you this, Cardano's about to pump. And I would even say that Cardano long-term is going to a new all-time high.
Oh yeah.
$1, maybe $1.09, $1.10. New $1.11.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I was thinking 123, maybe, depending on how much volume we get.
Man, that would take a lot of volume. The market cap's pretty high on this, Josh, and Bitcoin is still dominant. If that happened and it went that hard, I would say that we're probably going to have alt season in September. So I'm going to say more or less $1 to $1.10, somewhere in there. Maybe $1.11 is the very peak. But that seems about right.
I see what you're looking at.
Yeah, like $1.10.
I think in between $1.07 and $1.11.
Yeah,
between those.
and then it should pull back, but it will retrace this trend right here. Right.
That's what me and G-Rod were talking about last night. There's going to be like,
so
it'll
retrace
push
to like
back up
95
to-
cents,
yeah,
and then go from there.
yep.
Yeah, we've been watching
then
Cardano
eventually-
very closely, because I believe that Cardano. Everyone wants to know what the one true coin is. Chat, you all want to know what the one coin is, right? In my opinion, I think it's ADA. I think it's Cardano. I really do.
No, we don't know. It could be all of them. There's not going to be a one all be all. No.
If this was cell phones, I think Cardano is Apple.
I think
But
Cardano.
everyone knows Samsung is better. Did you hear what you just said?
But Samsung became better over time. In the very first of it, the winners were like Motorola and Nextel, and then Apple came in and took it over. And I think that's what we're seeing. This is the Apple of the phone space in crypto.
I think just looking at what Cardano can do, and the fact that Brad Garlinghouse and Charles seem to be having a pretty good relationship going, and they're talking about
I'm pretty sure they're
offering
partnering.
things on, yeah. And to me, that just, Cardano is just Cardano. Like, you could look into it and you would know, okay, their wallets are really good, they're decentralized, and if all of these things end up playing out, it's a pretty safe hold.
Yeah, and with Bitcoin coming to Cardano, and remember, Cardano is like stakeable, so like this would be maybe an answer to staking XRP. If Ripple partners with Cardano and brings XRP to the Cardano blockchain, I change everything I've said about XRP. Okay, it will become way more valuable that way. It will be stakeable, which means that it will cause even more supply shock. So a partnership with Cardano and Ripple would probably be the bullish thing for XRP, in my opinion. That and ETFs.
That's why I think Cardano's gonna lead a lot, pave the way for a lot of, maybe I don't use the word adoption, but maybe I use a different word and say that Cardano is going to pave a lot of use case for Bitcoin and potentially XRP as well. Because you have to remember, right now, XRP, their utility is just for bankers,
Right.
So
this will give the everyday person utility.
Right.
Yeah. And then with Angel Finance, you'd be able to not only stake it, but you'd also be able to lend it. That's everything. So if I could
Cardano,
stake XRP and then lend on it and be making 100% returns or more, I'm going to say XRP. I'm very bullish on XRP, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon unless adoption already happened. Josh, what do you think? Do you think adoption already happened?
I think there's different phases of adoption. Like when they invented the computer, and then we have cell phones, and then eventually we got iPhones and then iPads. So
Dude, that's
I
the
feel
perfect
like
answer.
There's always new adoption, is what I would say.
I agree. And the speculation with XRP is institutional adoption, right? That's what we're really talking about. I think we're not so far as XRP, but I think we're really already using a lot of this tech. I think a lot of it's already happening.
Can we look
and
at XLM when you get a chance?
Yeah, let me look at Quant for Bellstar real quick. Quant looks bullish to me. It kind of looks like ADA. It's a little bit out of structure. But this thing is a descending channel and should send, according to the descending channel, this thing should run up to about 115 to 120, somewhere around there. I'm going to say a nice sweet spot is like 116. But
Quant looks good.
That's just for this. If this is doing what I think it's doing, it should go to a new rung up this ladder it's building, right? And that would put the price at like 145, 144. That sounds about right. So Quant looks good. I'm digging Quant right now, and it's kind of an inverted head and shoulders. Do you see it, Josh? It's a little wonky, but it kind of is, bro. Like, do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would put the time frame around November, and it could potentially go to that zone or an all-time high. But I don't think this may be one of the ones that doesn't see an all-time high. But I also see like this trend right here. Do you see it, Josh? Like, look at this. Right?
Yeah.
So it could just hit there and reject. I'm seeing a lot of that, you know? So this has a lot of resistance on the way up to get to all-time high. And because there's more projects, their liquidity might not be there, because I don't think Bitcoin's dominance drops as much as people expect it to.
I think the other thing to look at too, I feel like Quant is one of these coins you want to buy during this next bear cycle, or when we get,
you might be too early on this one. I think the blue chips.
Quant is good, but right now the attention is on different coins, and the coins that have more attention, they get talked about more, which means more volume comes into those coins.
Or if you pick one that's low cap enough that is being talked about, like SXT.
Right.
I think SXT has the potential long term to be like, $10 to $20 valued. But, this cycle, probably not, maybe 20 to 50. And if we're lucky, if my other thesis is that we add a cycle to the cycle, right? So we have our Bitcoin cycle, our ETH cycle, our altcoin cycle, and then we have like a pink sheet. So we go from alts to a pink sheet and, a blue chip and pink sheet cycle. That could potentially fix that problem. And then we could see millionaires and billionaires made off of these blue chip or these pink sheets. So that is a speculation of mine that is very possible, because it could happen. But at the same time, I think people are just dumb and they're just married to their idea of, the way the cycle works. And they won't think that, hey, we could totally add another cycle to this and exponentially grow our money. I think what people will do is they'll run to penny stocks, trying to get ahead of the cycle on the alts, and that's going to spread out the liquidity for the alt season.
I think the one factor that's going to determine whether we get that or not is also, like, right now we have a lot of younger people in crypto that are currently in profit, and they know to take profit, and they tend to like these pink sheets more. So this is one of those things where you would have to see and wait how it plays out, because you could also avoid investing in pink sheets now, and as soon as the alt season is over, you just watch the charts and wait for indicators that a lot of volume is coming in, right?
Is this XLM?
Yes, this is XLM. Josh, do you think that this could be a cup and handle?
It looks to me, I think we would need to see if we can get some green candles forming, then 100%.
And the market seems bullish, right? So this thing could potentially, obviously its first zone of resistance is going to be here at like 46 cents. But if it can break past that and get up to 50, 52 cents and break past that, then this thing will go to all-time high from here as a cup and handle, reject again, and then one more move up and send it to like 80 cents, which would be near all-time high if I'm correct.
I think we could potentially see a new all-time high by a little bit for XLM.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards this 79, 80 cent zone or all-time high on XLM, but it is technically a top alt, right? It's linked to XRP, so I think a lot of the XRP maxis are kind of like they're turned on to it. But if we do have that blue chip pink sheet style, everything from XRP will move into this. And that would send this thing to crazy numbers. Unpredictably crazy numbers.
Right.
PNG.
PNG. Are these subscribers that are putting this out?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Except for Belle.
I gave Brell one because she's getting in the TA class, right? So Belle's not subscribed, but Belle's gonna join the TA class. So I'm gonna give her some free A. But yeah, I'm done giving out free A really because I really wanted to do all this on Discord. I didn't want to do any TA here because other creators are stealing my predictions. So I don't want to put it out on TikTok anymore because people are taking my TA, claiming it as their own, and then calling me a creator thief, I guess. So I don't want to TA anymore on here because, first of all, I don't even watch them. Second of all, they're always taking it from me. And I was gone for a couple. I was gone for a couple weeks, and it seemed like nobody had any real TA while I was gone.
TikTok seller, the one that you're doing now, ask him if it's a tweezer on 1 hour.
What was that? XLM?
No, PNG.
Oh, PNG.
He said that's all that matters. He doesn't care about the rest of the chart.
Yeah. Okay. So you're looking for that short-term TA. If you could chat, put in the chat if you're looking for long-term or short-term. Okay. It looks like it broke past the first point of resistance, buddy. It looks pretty good. It did get rejected here at the second point of resistance at 13.9. It may very well be done and double top right there. Let me go into a lower time frame. It needs to break out, bro. It needs to start moving up and get past this, 13.9 up to 14 cents. Otherwise, it's a double top to head and shoulders and it's cooked. But it could potentially send because it did break past that first point. And so that first point is now support. And
you're just working on that right now.
Also, it looks like a descending broadening wedge, which is pretty bullish. That looks bullish to me. So I think this thing breaks out, buddy. Obviously, you know how it goes, right? This is a little more short term. So it could not, but it looks good to me. And if it's doing this, I think we see something like this right here. Okay. So if it is about to do this, this is going to be your resistance right here. This is where it's going to land. Right.
Everyone's complaining about the lag. He can't even hear what you said.
Like if it goes past resistance 15 cents, maybe 15 and a half, just under 15 and a half. Because what it's doing is it's making another one like this right underneath it. There's your resistance right there. Boom, boom, boom. If it breaks through here, it's just going to full send. TikTok seller, look at what I did with the chart and mirror this into our strategy. Okay? This is going to help you right here. All right. I think that's it for tonight. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to call it early. Actually, I'm probably changing the show hours to be from 5 to 8 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be scaling back the show and focusing more into the TA class and trading because we're printing money there, and I'm not making any money going live for 4 hours, but I am trading. So, and I appreciate you guys. The goat with smoke. Hey,
thank you,
D-Mac.
everybody. We appreciate all of you guys so much, and Josh for coming on.
Yeah, thank you,
Make
Josh.
sure you guys join the Discord too.
Yeah, join the Discord. Reach out to me if you want to join the TA class and get in the Discord private server where we're doing these trades together. If you're interested, message me now, and as soon as I get you signed up, you can be printing money tonight. I'm telling you right now, anything that I charge here, it pays for itself, but the overhead is high here to do this show. So we have to make money. Otherwise, I'd give it all for free. So that's just how we have to do it. But I'll tell you what right now, if you apply yourself and you get involved, you will make money. But if you just pay for it and say, do it for me, it ain't going to happen. Okay? You have to do it yourself. You have to apply yourself, and you have to have capital to do it. Okay? But even with a deluxe subscription and coaching, it's $10 a month, and that will pay for itself if you apply the coaching. If you ask the questions that you need to ask, right? But I have 66 other people that I'm coaching, so you have to engage. You have to ask questions. You have to get involved. You can't just say, "Here, take my money, do it for me." It doesn't work like that. I need to get with you, sir. Sorry, been super busy. Hey, no problem, D-Mac. I get it. We'll work on it. But I'll tell you this, D-Mac. If you're in the Discord and you're in the TA class, all that coaching and stuff, you're going to get that. But we're going to talk. We're going to be on the phone together. And you're going to be learning so much more, so much faster. And you're going to have a whole group of people supporting you and helping you not only trade, but with everything crypto. We're doing everything crypto, chat. So join the Discord, get in with us. Josh, you got anything to say before you sign off?
I would just say that when you join the Discord and when you sign up for the TA class, this goes beyond just the current bull cycle, because we're going to be able to trade the bear cycle, and then on top of that, you'll have a whole group of people that can help you reposition your portfolios to take advantage of when prices start to go up again, right? And getting prepared on that before it happens and having all that time will set you so much further ahead that the cost of the TA class, it will be nothing compared to how much you can make if you actually...
It's not even a drop in the bucket. It's a mist. That's how cheap it is. It's going to pay for itself. Honestly, I can't say how long because everyone's different. You could just not get it, right? But I would say so far, everyone is paid for it within the first couple days. It's all about you, what you do, how you engage, how much you plug in, how involved you are. It all relies on you. You're the one doing it, not me. So it's all about you get out of it what you put into it. Anyone trying to figure out the Discord, all you got to do is go to my TikTok profile, go to my X profile, go to my YouTube profile, go to my Twitch profile, click the link in my bio. There's a Discord link there. On some platforms, it's a link tree that it has all my links there for like my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal for donations. And then there's the Discord there as well. So you can click that and get into the Discord. And as soon as you jump into the Discord, I'll send you a message and give you the information. We'll get you signed up with the TA class. All right, Josh, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you, buddy.
Yep.
And it's been a lot of fun in the TA class, brother. I appreciate you. I know we give you a little bit of hazing, but that's out of love, brother. All right, take care, buddy.
Hey, it's all right. See you.
Oh, what do you want to say?
I was just gonna say it's fun in the Discord. So
yeah, it is. We have a lot of fun. All right, take care, buddy. I'll see you in the Discord tonight.
all right.
Revolution. Hello, gorgeous. Is there anything you'd like to say to the chat before you go?
One, I never said I didn't like bees, so I just want to clear that up so I don't get canceled. Two, I do recommend the TA class. I can only do so much. I have a lot going on in my life, but I know what's happening, and everyone who has taken it has continued to resubscribe every single month, and all of them are doing successful. So, if that's crypto trading is something that you are absolutely passionate about or serious about, I really do recommend it. But if you just want a little coaching, just subscribe and he will walk you through it. But if you want to learn for yourself and, not have to rely on other people, do the TA class. That's all I got.
Thank you, Revolution. I appreciate that. And it's nice to have you in the chat. We got a couple girls in there. So if you're a girl and you feel like, oh, this is a boys club, we want to make sure that it is a healthy environment for females as well. Revolution is there. Who else is there? Alexa's in there. And there's
Belle,
a couple.
Francesca, Mother, all of them for being in here today. And also creating a space, and this is what we're doing with Queen of the Chains, is creating a safe space for women to have an opinion. I've seen a couple panels where women were ostracized or made fun of for having an opinion, and that's not what we're here to do. We're here to listen. Everyone needs to have an opinion and a platform to do so.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I want to do is create a safe space for women in this environment. And if you're not going to get in the TA class, we've got several women that are in the Discord as well, just in the general chat, and we're hanging out there. We're having a good time. So feel free. Don't feel unwelcomed. You are more than welcome.
Absolutely.
Is there anything you want to say before you go, Revolution?
Thank you, everybody. It's been a long day. I am ready to go to bed.
Absolutely. I'm going to go trade.
I'm going to go hug my kids and go to bed.
That sounds nice. All right. You have a good night, and I'll see you around on the next one.
All right. Bye.
She looked like a mannequin all day. You're so mean, TikTok seller. She's phenomenal, and we're really happy to have her back. I will leave this last little moment if you guys feel like you want to send gifts or do anything like that. Justin Kelly, thank you for the GOAT. Revolution, thank you for the 15 musics on the stage for Josh. Popular votes from DMAC and a heart me from DMAC. Bellstar, thank you for the paw for Josh and the heart me. Dragons, thank you for the heart me. Bellstar with the paper crane for Josh. The hand hearts for Bellstar. Gosh, so many gifts. Wow, I didn't realize how many were flying in, but I'm just going to name everyone's name. So Justin Kelly, Revolution, DMAC, Bellstar, Dragons, Revolution, Fredrum. Thank you all. Let's see. It looks like Mother of Dragons, Joe, Jay, John Whalen, Seamont, Big Baller, JFM, Justin Kelly, Francesca, a lot from Francesca. Thank you very much. AB Ryder, thank you so much. You guys are the heart and soul. Marco, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Unfortunately, I got an all-nighter to pull to get caught up on some work. Hey, no worries. We're in the Discord nearly every single day. And I'll tell you what, if I'm not in there, the boys are in there. And the girls too. The girls are in there, but everybody's in there pretty much 24/7. These guys are money printing machines. It's pretty phenomenal. So get plugged in, guys. Start printing some money. And I will see you all next time. Have a good night.